find it on ProView Networks.
Raising Cane's invites you to grab life by the chicken fingers. So get out there. Be you. Do you. Embrace whatever makes you, you. All while enjoying Raising Cane's hand-battered cooked-to-order chicken fingers, crispy crinkle-cut fries, buttery Texas toast, and that secret recipe cane sauce that makes everything that much better. So go on. Savor the day.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers. One love.
ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit hanswhitlerauto.com. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
I'm Ben Lucero, president and owner of Indigo Mortgage. We are a locally owned and operated mortgage company right here in New Mexico. This means your loan officers and processors are right here to serve you. Indigo Mortgage offers better rates and terms than that of big banks and out-of-state lenders. Our mortgage divisions include residential, commercial, construction, reverse mortgages, and VA mortgage loans. Let us serve you with an exemplary level of care. Indigo Mortgage, because nobody cares more about your mortgage loan.
Jimmy John's toasted sandwiches take the fresh baked bread you love and turn up the heat to toasted perfection. Crispy and golden on the outside, melty and gooey on the inside. Order a toasted sandwich at Jimmy John's today.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Raising Cane's invites you to grab life by the chicken fingers. So get out there. Be you. Do you. Embrace whatever makes you, you. All while enjoying Raising Cane's hand-battered cooked-to-order chicken fingers, crispy crinkle-cut fries, buttery Texas toast, and that secret recipe cane sauce that makes everything that much better. So go on. Savor the day.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers. One love.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletic.
10, the sports animal. Here's Jeff Symbieta and JJ Buck.
Well, a couple of series in the NBA started last night. Wait, what do you mean, Jeff? Those were all game twos. How can they have started last? What are you talking about? Well, isn't that saying the series doesn't start until the road team wins? And if that's the case, 2 out of the 3 road teams won. Oh, and it got a little testy up in the Mile High City. What's up, boys and girls? Merry Tuesday to you. If you stayed up and watched that Nuggets game late night, well, first of all, sorry. And secondly, maybe you should take a nap. Chef Symbieta, JJ Buck, you have found the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the sports animal. How you living?
What it do?
Did you stay up and watch that mess last night? Did you stay up till the end?
Yes, I did.
What time was that?
11:30 something.
All right, I didn't make
Maybe.
it. Yeah. No, so can I tell you my experience with this? I might have already told you this. I started watching the Nuggets game. So I watched the Knicks game. That was the other game where the road team won. And C.J. McCollum, and I know his name's McCollum, but last night C.J. was C.J. McCollum, except for the 2 free throws that he missed at the end that almost cost him the game, but it didn't, so he wins. The Hawks went in there and went, was an 11-0 run at the end, and stole one at Madison Square Garden. I'm like, all right, NBC, don't have me no Peacock, don't need me no Peacock. Settle in, a little sleepy. I mean, watch the Nuggets. And Nuggets start blowing the Timberwolves out of the bill. They were up by 14 at the first quarter break. I think they were up 19 when I said, there's double overtime hockey going on over here. And I flipped over and watched double overtime hockey, which, again, phenomenal. Carolina scored late, takes a 2-0 lead on Ottawa. Came back, I watched a little news, came back, and I'm like, whoa. And I literally, dude, and it was 3 minutes to go in the first half, and I was tired. I didn't sleep well the night before. And I literally rubbed my eyes, like physically, because it said 53-51 Minnesota. And I'm like, that can't be. What the hell happened?
Goodness, a lot happened.
All right.
In the demise of the Denver Nuggets. And I think it was put pretty simply and says it all. After the game, Jaden McDaniels, the Timberwolves forward, said the key to Minnesota bouncing back was going after Jokic, Jamal, and all the bad defenders. Tim Hardaway, Cam Johnson, Aaron Gordon, the whole team, just go at them. They're all bad defenders.
And you've been saying that for a while.
It's just the reality of it. Got two really fantastic, explosive players, Jamal Murray and Nikola Jokic, who were running on gas, out of fumes, didn't have anything left in the fourth quarter. No one was able to step up around them. Gobert stifled Jokic in big moments in the paint, and that's going to be the difference in the series. I think it's going to be Minnesota in 6 because they actually can play defense.
Well, Rudy Gobert certainly does, and he felt snubbed that he didn't win the Defensive Player of the Year in the NBA, which went to Victor Wembanyama yesterday unanimously. And so in key moments, it tends to be, as I'm looking at some of the highlights, and it tends to be Gobert down the stretch. And I think Jokic will get his. But defensively in the playoffs, look, they won a championship. And so I'm not going to sit here and say they don't play any. And the core of that team is still Jokic, Murray, and Gordon, and they're still there, right? And Brown, right? They did win a championship with that core, correct?
That is correct.
All right. So, I mean, at some point they played a good enough defense. I don't know that you can just win a championship in modern day NBA without playing championships. That to me, that's how the Hawks beat the Knicks down the stretch. Yes. I thought certainly they were stone cold, hit some big shots, but I thought defensively they were great. I mean, stopping the Knicks, and we'll get there. But the Nuggets have an issue, and then what happened at the end? So Jokic wanted the ball back from Anthony Edwards. Ant-Man was holding the ball, and they got into a little pushing match. Nothing. Who would you take in that
a clip that you watch and you're like, you're making something out of this?
Man, I kind of watched it. That's what I thought too. I heard a lot about it, and then I saw it.
Nothing happened.
Who'd you take in that fight?
Jokic. I think Edwards is a dog.
He is
a beast, but
crazy
you look at Jokic and family dynamic, the way he grew up.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Well, I mean, physically he's gigantic, and then I think there's enough crazy in both of them. Like, yeah. There's probably
that would be interesting. No doubt.
You go. All right. So 119-114 was the number in Denver last night. Timberwolves over the Nuggets. That series is now tied at a game apiece. Before that, C.J. McCollum, the former Nugget, former Pelican. I guess I kind of lost him after, like,
Trailblazer.
I mean, that's what I meant. Blazer. That's what I meant. Blazer, not Nugget. And I really have always liked him, and I'll tell you why. First of all, I always thought when he was up there with Dame Lillard, I thought he was really good up in Portland. And then I went to one of those award ceremonies in North Carolina one year, and he was the keynote speaker, and was not only was he really, really good, but then amicable in the social setting, and I got to spend about 5 minutes with him and just really enjoyed him, like sincere as an individual. And so I was kind of watching peripherally. That I'm not gonna lie, dude.
The Lehigh legend.
When he went to New Orleans and that whole thing, I just kind of lost him. I didn't know.
Yeah, he's a good player.
Yeah,
that was good enough to be included in big trades.
Yeah,
and kind of got lost in bad teams. Like he was with the Wizards to start this year.
Is that Kenny Thomas you're talking about? I'm sorry. What?
McCollum was with Washington this year, and he was playing fine, but the team wasn't trying to win. And
was that in the Trae Young deal?
Atlanta got better by trading Trae Young because C.J. McCollum is better than Trae Young.
better overall
right
player. Right, Trae Young's an incredible shooter. And
CJ McCollum is a bigger impact for the Hawks than Trae Young.
let me just tell you, he went for 32 last night, and down the stretch was just spectacular until the 2 free throws. And the post game interview, all he wanted to talk was about the 2 free throws, and I get it, man. Everybody's celebrating. He's like, "Whew, I almost cost my team the game." The situation was he went off. The Hawks took a 4-point lead with 10 seconds to go. Sideline out of bounds. Mike Brown draws up perfectly executed play to get a wide open 3-point look for Jalen Brunson, right? I mean, that everybody in the building knew it was going to Jalen Brunson, and dude had 3 feet clear. Buries it, as you would expect Mr. Clutch to do. And so 7 seconds to go, and it's a 1-point game. Inbound half court to McCollum, and he gets fouled with about 4-5 seconds to go. Misses them both. Chance to put them up by 3, missed them both, and they went down the other way. And it was who missed the shot? It was Bridget who missed the shot, right? And they get out of there with the win. And boy, it was deflated because the Knicks were big.
There were 2 gigantic losses. Now, I still like the Knicks in that series. I think they do have more than the Hawks, so I think it's a more concerning loss for the Denver Nuggets. But you see just some of the questions that the Jalen Brunson, Karl Anthony Towns duo brings up, because starting 5-wise, that's solid. Like, that's a very good starting 5. But yet there's in the back of your mind.
Yep.
Like, are these closers?
Yep. Knicks were up by 14 in the third quarter. Looked like they were going to pull away. Hawks stayed in touch. They stayed close. And then McCollum hits 3 buckets in the last 2:08. There was a step back jumper over OG Anunoby with about 34 seconds to go. That put him up, and it was. I mean, that was a wash, dude. That one had me. That was look. Playoff basketball is pretty good. We always talk about playoff hockey, and it's really good too, which just had me enthralled last night.
It was fantastic. I had 2-3 screens up at once.
Yeah,
with the playoff basketball and then 2 hockey games going on at the same time. It's a very fun time of year.
Yeah, hockey last night. Philly beats Pittsburgh 3-0. The Flyers have a 2-0 lead in that series. Ottawa and Carolina went double overtime in Raleigh. Carolina gets the goal, 3-2. Hurricanes have a 2-0 lead in that series. In Dallas, the Stars got a win they needed to have. They beat Minnesota 4-2. They're tied at 1-1. And the first game of the Edmonton-Anaheim series up in Alberta went to the Oilers 4-3. Edmonton beats the Anaheim Mighty Ducks. All right, we got a lot to do today on a Tuesday here on the opening drive. We give you phone numbers to get involved. 505-246-0610 is how to play radio with us. 505-246-0610. That is the Sports Animal phone line and the Sports Animal Meineke on San Pedro text line. You'll get fair and affordable care for your vehicle at Meineke on San Pedro. You can email Jeff at sportsanimалabq.com or JJ at sportsanimалabq.com. You can find JJ on the Twitter. It's _JJ Buck. On the Facebook, the OD in the AM, and that's where you can watch the show. Adrian's producing the television side. We're on Xfinity Channel 26. All throughout the state of New Mexico, we're on our Facebook page and on the YouTube channel for ProView Networks. Guest list today, we are going to catch up with Stanley Hubbard, the New Mexico Ice Wolf star, who has committed to play Division I hockey at Robert Morris, believed to be the first New Mexican bred, like kid who grew up here, didn't like move here late or move away, hockey player to go Division I. And I mean, a big stud of a hockey player. And we're going to talk to Stanley about the journey, what it means, and we'll catch him up on the Ice Wolves because they're still live in the playoffs as well. But we'll do that coming up at 8 o'clock. We'll hear from Jake Hall as well. The Lobo, sophomore to be, spoke yesterday about the decision process in going into the portal, bouncing around the portal, listening in the portal, and ultimately returning to the Lobos for another year. He spoke yesterday on a Zoom call to the media, so we'll hear what Jake had to say as well. So 505-246-0610, want you to get in When we get back with the draft just days away, the latest what's going on in the NFL, the quarterback situations, the high-paid kicker. They finally got their man, or at least he finally got his bag. We'll do that when we get back at 505-246-0610. Fellas, how you feeling? I know I ask you every day. You know why I ask? I ask because I care. If you're not feeling like you, if your drive isn't present, if your focus isn't focused, if you just don't feel the way you want to feel, you're regularly fatigued. Don't think it's just going to go away. Don't think it's going to take care of itself or you're going to get one good night's sleep and everything's going to be okay. It's not going to work that way. Go see the experts. Vita Vital Medical. That's the experts. Look, hormones play a huge role when men feel this way. Every single day, your hormones play a part in how you feel. Vita Vital Medical specializes to take care of this. They've helped thousands of men all over the globe feel better. Vita Vital Medical actually tests you, evaluates you, and then explains to you what's going on with your body, and they create a personalized plan for you to feel better. So stop guessing about what's going on. Get real answers, get real results, and meet with the real medical providers and create a plan based on your test results. Whether it's testosterone optimization, medical weight loss, or peptides to boost performance and recovery, everything they do is medically guided and tailored specifically for men who want to feel better, stronger, and more in control. So stop settling. Stop feeling off. Take action and get real results. Listen to what they're doing for you right now. Right now, Vita Vital Medical is offering your initial exam and blood work for just $79. Guys, $79. Go figure out what's going wrong with you, what's going on with you, and feel better. 505-537-8484. 505-537-8484. Or online at VitaVitalMedical.com. That's V-I-D as in David A. V-I-T as in Thomas A-L. VitaVitalMedical.com.
What's up, guys? David Pollock here, former Georgia Bulldog, former analyst with College Game.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
I'm Ben Lucero, president and owner of Indigo Mortgage. We are a locally owned and operated mortgage company right here in New Mexico. This means your loan officers and processors are right here to serve you. Indigo Mortgage offers better rates and terms than that of big banks and out-of-state lenders. Our mortgage divisions include residential, commercial, construction, reverse mortgages, and VA mortgage loans. Let us serve you with an exemplary level of care. Indigo Mortgage, because nobody cares more about your mortgage loan.
Jimmy John's toasted sandwiches take the fresh baked bread you love and turn up the heat to toasted perfection. Crispy and golden on the outside, melty and gooey on the inside. Order a toasted sandwich at Jimmy John's today.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, backed by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Raising Cane's invites you to grab life by the chicken fingers. So get out there. Be you. Do you. Embrace whatever makes you, you. All while enjoying Raising Cane's hand-battered cooked-to-order chicken fingers, crispy crinkle-cut fries, buttery Texas toast, and that secret recipe cane sauce that makes everything that much better. So go on. Savor the day.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Boswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best. ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit HansWhitlerAuto.com.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now. Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green, synthetic putting greens, and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744. From the Sandia foot.
Times you don't. If she broke the story, is that unethical? If he gave her the story, I don't care if it's pillow talk or they were just texting. Is that unethical? On either part. Like on either side. How do you get your story?
I don't feel it's unethical, but I can understand where then people start looking at, is there a spin to these stories? Like, it's one thing if you get, A.J. Brown, the Patriots, collision course. But then it's, was she spinning things for Mike Vrabel? Was she extra when he was looking for his job after Tennessee and things like that people are going back to?
So it goes back to this. Then I don't know who put the story out. I don't read the Athletic that much, and it's a great source, and they got great stuff. Did Schefter steal the story? I don't know who had it. Schefter blew it up, had it big. I guess she suggested the possibility of a trade involving Brown to New England. That started the chatter. But there were obviously those reports of her and I listened to people yesterday tell me, well, nothing's going to happen to Vrabel. I mean, how come nothing? He hasn't been disciplined. What should he be disciplined? Dating a married woman in Sedona? You know who his owner is? Remember what his owner got caught doing? You remember what he got arrested for?
Yeah, and if you're a news outlet,
yeah,
and one of your reporters is doing that,
yeah,
I think regardless if it was Dan Russini or Diana Russini,
yeah,
you're going to be frowned upon from your employer.
Did she resign from the Athletic now?
Yeah, that she did step away because she said that she did not feel that they were like on her side or willing to.
They didn't back her up. So who's she working for now that she broke this story evidently?
I think it came like this has been bubbling for a little.
It has. So she reported this initially that this may happen a while back. Okay. All right. I just, is it all right that well, of course it's all right. I just haven't got lost in this story like some people have. Some people just love the salacious story and that it's.
When they are both married.
They are both married. All right. Well, I mean, again, dude, do your thing, I guess. And you got to go home and deal with your thing. All right. There's that angle to it. So they're both married. Pass your judgment if you shall. Right? All right. But evidently she broke the story. All right. Brandon Aubrey got paid, by the way. Brandon Aubrey got paid $7 million a year for the Cowboys kicker. 4-year deal averaging $7 million. That'll make him the highest paid kicker in the history of the NFL. The extension makes him the first kicker to ever earn $7 million per year, $20 million guaranteed, signing bonus of $8.25 million yesterday. He's a different weapon. There's guys that are making 60-plus yard field goals, but not regularly like him. He is Steph Curry-like in stretching the parameters of what is scoring position, right? Steph Curry extended once you cross the free throw or the mid-court stripe. All of a sudden, you got to worry about him starting to pull the trigger. Brandon Aubrey, it's like once you hit midfield, right? They're in field goal position, right? That becomes 67 yards from there. I mean, that's kind of about what he does. He is a difference maker. If that's what the market is, that's what the market is. Early in the offseason, Texas made Kamini Fairbairn the highest paid on average at $6.5 million. Harrison Butker of the Chiefs is the largest guarantee at $17.5. But Aubrey is the first $7 million kicker. Look, man, if that's what the market is, go get your money, and he's worth it to me.
Nope.
Okay.
Kickers are like bullpen arms.
No, they're not. Most of them are, but this one's different.
Kickers are a lot like bullpen arms.
Okay.
Sure, you're going to score a lot of points.
Yeah.
And kick a lot of field goals. You can win games. But I can find dudes that can kick football really far. I can find dudes that can step up and hit field goals that I don't need to guarantee $20 million to. Yeah. Especially when you're looking at the edges, trying to build a franchise. I don't need to commit $20 million to a kicker.
So how long does he have to be good for me to be right and you to be wrong?
I think he'll be fine. I think he'll be really good. And I look at, Chase McLaughlin was 11 of 12 from 50-plus yards. Brandon Aubrey was 11 of 17 last year.
Yeah. So if he stays at this pace for the length of this contract, I feel good about the contract. Your point on the bullpen arms, you're right. To an extent where you have guys who are great, and then they're not, like Edwin Diaz. Like the Dodgers went out and gave him $39 million, and it's like, whoa, dude, he was horrible, and now he's hurt. Right? And so your point isn't wrong. There's guys who excel at a specialty for a short amount of time, and then either they fall back to the pack or the pack catches up to them. Right? Yeah, dude, that guy was insane, and then he wasn't. Right? Justin Tucker lasted for a long, long time as being that dude.
And I can understand why. Kickers score a point.
Yeah.
They score a lot of points. but there's also a lot of variance in kickers who step up and are good for stretches, as you just set out. New guys coming in, being there for a while, been there, done that, of these dudes in the league that are bouncing around. Is that going to be why Dallas can't pay one position? I don't think so, but to me, I just view it as more the ability to find someone that can step up as opposed to having to guarantee that much money.
You name like McLaughlin, and that may be the comp, although I don't think it is. So do you disagree that this guy, Aubrey, is different? Like he's Steph Curry was different. Do you believe this guy's different? Or he's just another kicker that...
Well, he's made the most 60-plus yard field goals.
Right. So to me, he stretches the field an extra 10 yards, which is significant. And I haven't run the data, but I'm going to guess that's worth 1.5 or 2 points a game. And you start pushing all that, and however you look at it. Like they've obviously done their research on it. But my point being is if all of a sudden I'm in field goal range at the end of the game at the 48-yard line as opposed to get to the 38-yard line, that's a big deal, and this guy goes and wins me a game. And to me, that's the difference maker. Hence, I make him the highest paid picker. I would normally err on your side, dude. I'm go find a kicker guy. I am. There's plenty of kickers out there.
But is 6 kicks enough? You're paying him for 6.
Well,
and that's the entirety.
Yeah, in 1 year.
No, overall.
Yeah,
6 kicks of 60-plus yards.
Yeah,
that's what you're paying him.
What was his numbers last year? Accuracy, because he tailed a little.
Well,
bit
his accuracy I think was down because
because you back him up.
Times
yeah, because you back him up.
He was he had 17 attempts from 50-plus yards, and he was 11 of 7.
How was he inside 50?
He was money.
Okay, and to me, again, that's worth something. I'm like I said, I'm almost always with you. Go find a kicker. There's a million of them. There's a million of them, and they're really good, and they're separated by a hair. Go find me a good. They're coming out of college every year. There's got to be a 40-year-old veteran sitting around. Like I'm usually that guy. In this one instance, I'm going to lean the other way. I think he's different. I just do. And I mean,
well, it's different if the rest of your team met. They won 7 games.
Yeah, that's correct. No, that's right. And they think they're way better. So. All right, 505-246-0610. Cowboy fan, I mean, it's not your money, but it's your team's cap money. So how do you feel? $7 million for a damn kicker, as they always say. I'm going to call Sully, see how he feels, right? Our resident
he loves it.
Yeah.
Kicker's getting $20 million guaranteed.
Damn right. Damn right. All right, we're going to talk hockey coming up. Date. Stanley Hubbard's going to be with us, the Ice Wolves star who's going to go play Division I hockey. And Robert Morris. We got the Nuggets getting beat by the Wolves last night. The Hawks beating the Knicks in New York. Wemby's the defensive player of the year. I want to get into what Draymond said about Steve Kerr, because I thought that was interesting. And we'll hear from Jake Hall this morning as well, as he explains why he came back to play at UNM. Hey, for 13 years now, Albuquerque has trusted one name in bridal jewelry, and it's been John Thomas Jewelers. 5-time best jeweler in Albuquerque, 3-time fastest growing jewelry store in New Mexico, the only IJO master jeweler in the city, and my jeweler. Since the second I walked in the door years ago, they're different, and different in a great way. The service, the selection, the class, the style, everything about that place screams spectacular. And now they built something even more worthy of all that trust. A brand new 4,000 square foot state-of-the-art showroom featuring a dedicated bridal bar, a private diamond viewing area, and a glass enclosed design lab where you get to watch your ring come to life from concept to custom creation, all right before your eyes. It's jewelry the way it should be, transparent, innovative, and it is yours. John Thomas Jewelers, the only jeweler in Albuquerque to offer a free lifetime nationwide warranty, and they are the exclusive home of the No Regrets engagement ring. That means if she doesn't love that ring that you created there, bring it back. They'll redesign it within a year at no extra cost. Because when the moment comes, hesitation has no place. Go by and see them. John Thomas Jewelers in their new, stunning showroom. It's on the second floor at 10501 Montgomery Northeast. It's right between Dion's and El Patron. 10501 Montgomery Northeast, between Dion's and El Patron. It's John Thomas Jewelers. It's where Albuquerque gets engaged.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
I'm Ben Lucero, president and owner of Indigo Mortgage. We are a locally owned and operated mortgage company right here in New Mexico. This means your loan officers and processors are right here to serve you. Indigo Mortgage offers better rates and terms than that of big banks and out-of-state lenders. Our mortgage divisions include residential, commercial, construction, reverse mortgages, and VA mortgage loans. Let us serve you with an exemplary level of care. Indigo Mortgage, because nobody cares more about your mortgage loan.
International Protective Service is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Jimmy John's toasted sandwiches take the fresh baked bread you love and turn up the heat to toasted perfection. Crispy and golden on the outside, melty and gooey on the inside. Order a toasted sandwich at Jimmy John's today.
Turbo Threads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sport shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. Turbo Threads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for Turbo Threads.
ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit hanswhitlerauto.com.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one.
The Nuggets are, according to the Timberwolves. 1-1 as that series headed back to Minneapolis. In Madison Square Garden last night, the Hawks beat the Knicks 107-106. C.J. McCollum, 32 points. Nails down the stretch as long as they weren't free throws. 1-1, that series heads back to Georgia. And the Cavaliers beat the Raptors 115-105. Cleveland up 2-0, headed north of the border for Game 3. Tonight, National Basketball Association. You get more playoff basketball. You will get 3 games. Philly, Boston. Portland, San Antonio. 8:30 start tonight. Houston and the Lakers. You want to stay up and watch. On the East Coast, man, you just can't watch the Lakers, right? You just can't. I mean, 10:30 start. I don't care if you got a regular job, man. You got to be in at 8, right? It's like
darn time zones.
Tis what it is, I imagine. All right. The Nuggets are either going to prove to be soft or they're going to take this person. because and I don't know how you feel if you're head coach Chris Finch of the Timberwolves, but Jaden McDaniel of the Minnesota Timberwolves, after the comeback last night, and look, again, many of you maybe like me went to sleep, turned it off. Nuggets were up. What was it? 19 in the second quarter.
19 points.
The second quarter. I turned away, went to the hockey. Watched the double overtime, watched some news, came back, went, what the hell is going on? And then I'm like, damn it. Went to bed. But the Wolves came all the way back. And McDaniel's quote, well, he basically called them all bad defenders. He was asked, what was the game plan? How'd you come back? Quote, go after Jokic, Jamal, all the bad defenders. Tim Hardaway, Cam Johnson, Aaron Gordon, the whole team, just go at them. End quote. So they're all bad defenders, was the follow-up question? Well, yeah, they're all bad defenders. Look, man, I don't know how you don't read that, listen to that, hear that, post that. That's got to get into the core of who you are. You're for the most of you, you're champion. Jokic, Murray, Gordon. They played on championship team. They were the core of a championship team 3 years. How that doesn't just get under you, and if you don't respond, you know what that means if you don't respond? Dude's right. Dude's right. I mean, your mission, it's not even a goal. Your mission now is to prove that guy wrong, right? I don't know how you change here in a couple of days, but how do you hear that if you're sitting in that Denver locker?
It's the gut check time because he's right. And this is the challenge of Nikola Jokic. And he is not a great defender. He is an all-time elite offensive player in the game. But when he is your last line of defense and when they put him in every action, you need players to step up around him. It's the same thing like Luka Doncic. When you have this elite level player, it's what are you going to do to surround them? And I thought the Nuggets went back to some of those things that worked in that championship run with the wings and bringing Bruce Brown back. And Tim Hardaway is just a scorer, but you're just trying to add length on the perimeter. And for 3 quarters last night, it was everyone, and it was highlighted by how they pushed Jokic around defensively inside.
All right, cool. So what do? You sit there and say, all right, we're just soft. We're not good defenders. I mean, I don't know how you harden up. I don't know how you in 2 days you're going to change what you do, how you do. You somewhat are who you are. Are they? I don't believe that they're horrible defenders. I don't think they're great defenders.
They're 22nd ranked defense in the NBA this year.
Out of 32, right? Who's their best defender? Aaron Gordon?
Yes.
I've always thought Aaron Gordon got called out. Aaron Gordon was in that. Gordon, all of them. He said, yeah, all of them. They're all bad defenders. Aaron Gordon was named by name.
You're not wrong, but I don't see how they respond. There was just nothing that you watched for 3 quarters and said, oh, you pick it up here, you do this. Like they were kind of playing a zone, kind of not playing a zone. No answer defense.
Quote, continued McDaniel, they don't got people that can defend the rim. We're still more athletic than them and just got to be able to finish when we do. They don't have a rim defense. They haven't. They won a championship without one. So you got Minnesota in 6. If the Nuggets win the series, people think the Nuggets are the sneaky team in the West, right? There's nothing sneaky about Oklahoma City or San Antonio.
And this one's interesting because people love to it's actually a huge thing in NBA circles for just fan bases, just trashing Jokic.
Okay.
Because he's not a good defender.
Okay.
It's fair. Because how do you, when you're the center that no one plays like you, how do you get by? Because we've seen other players that are, other wing players, other guards be able to survive defensively that are elite. But when you're inside and you're like that last line of defense, I don't know how they covered it.
He's made a hell of a career out of it.
Because he is one of the best offensive players ever.
He's made a hell of a career. I mean, somehow they won a championship, right? They played for a gold medal, right? No, silver medal. I guess they played for a bronze. Who the Americans beat? They beat France, right?
They did.
I guess. Yeah, look, man. How do you feel if you're Chris Finch and you got your guys doing that in the media? Do you need that?
Chris Finch loves this.
You think he loves it?
That's his style.
Okay. All right. 505-246-0610. How would you respond? I mean, in Nugget fan, you gotta be a little puckered, don't you? The opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610 Sports Channel.
This report is sponsored by Summit Racing Equipment.
It's Car Care Month, and we would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Raising Cane's invites you to grab life by the chicken fingers. So get out there. Be you. Do you. Embrace whatever makes you, you. All while enjoying Raising Cane's hand-battered cooked-to-order chicken fingers, crispy crinkle-cut fries, buttery Texas toast, and that secret recipe cane sauce that makes everything that much better. So go on. Savor the day.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers. One love.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of Celebrity Green synthetic putting greens and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744. Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number 1. Cover it with green stuff, 1 scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of Celebrity Green synthetic putting greens and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
I'm Ben Lucero, president and owner of Indigo Mortgage. We are a locally owned and operated mortgage company right here in New Mexico. This means your loan officers and processors are right here to serve you. Indigo Mortgage offers better rates and terms than that of big.
LaBarge Landscape, who's I call, in fact, I just called them yesterday. I got another project for them. LaBarge Landscape, I loved what they did at the house. I got another something that I think I know. I know I love what they do. LaBarge Landscape is the best in the business. Thinking about what you're going to do with your yards, your landscaping, get a hold of them and have them come out and take care of your yard, your front yard, your backyard, whatever it happens to be. Large or small, it doesn't matter the project. If you're looking to do a total redo of your yard, they are the people who will get it done for you. You're going to love it for years. Know what you want? They're going to take care of it. Say, hey, I want to do a wall here and a water feature here and a retaining wall here or whatever. Not sure, but you want something? They'll bring the design team out. They've been doing this for a lot of years, 33 for them, in fact. They'll create something for you that you're going to love for a long, long time. Family-owned, family-operated, licensed, bonded, and insured. I fully endorse LaBarge Landscape because they took care of me and people I know. They will do it for you as well. I know you've been calling them a lot. Give them a call. If you just need to clean up now that spring's here, just want pruning of the shrubs, or maybe you still got the leaves down, whatever it is, just give them a call and have them take care of your landscaping needs. It's LaBargeLandscape.net. Actually, it's LaBarge. Yeah, LABARG. LaBargeLandscape.net. LABARGE. LaBargeLandscape.net. Bounce around the gallery, look at the pictures, and then give them a call. 505-345-3000. 505-345-3000. Whether your project is small or large, the answer is easy. It's LaBarge Landscape. JJ, when I called yesterday, I didn't even have to look them up. I kind of remember. Easy ones for me. I got one. This is where that text come. Great kickers are gold, man. Boswell, we're talking. You and I were having this conversation about what do you do with kickers, and if you get one, we're talking about the Brandon Aubrey getting $20 million guaranteed, $7 million a year. Our kickers interchangeable. I would tell you, and this is where I go on this. The Cowboy fan, I wonder how you feel about spending that kind of money. But you get a guy like him, a difference maker. I think it's worth spending a little extra on him. If you got another, you got a good kicker, okay, and he wants too much money, gets a little over his skis. All right, let him go and find another one. But I think there's a few. Boswell's a good example. Tucker was an example. Guy they got in Kansas City has been good. This guy, to me, this guy's just
they're good.
This guy, but again, to me, this guy,
look at the record of the Steelers.
Yeah. Well, they're not marginal because of the kicker. In fact,
No.
I would argue they're marginal.
But it's if I'm competing in knowing that I need to find an edge every which way possible.
Yeah,
that's just my philosophy. But I'm guess what? I'm not an NFL GM.
Fair enough. Yeah, and that's look. There's a lot of people who feel your way, and that's why kickers don't get that kind of money. To me, I just find this guy to be different. And that's why I think it would have been okay. And I do think it's okay that they pay him. And obviously it falls within the cap and they're going to figure it out. To your point, where they're not going to be able to pay an edge rusher or something because of that. No, I think they're going to be just fine. Right. But to me, I hate comparing, and I know I've made this comparison, and I know it's probably not fair, but in some respects it is. Steph Curry stretched the dimensions of what shooting range is. To me, Brandon Aubrey stretches the dimensions of what scoring range is. Now, is he as vital or as essential to the game as Steph Curry? No, but kickers, how many games are won and lost on kickers?
Plenty.
And that's why I find it to be an incredibly important element. You say goalies, kickers, relief pitchers to some extent, catchers, I guess. They do different things than everybody else does.
But it's still such a small percentage. What you're saying, he stretches the field. So, yes, he has 6 career field goals of 60-plus yards.
Okay. What's the salary cap? $207 million, essentially?
Yeah.
$7 million is what? 1%? 2% of that?
It's not going to break the bank, but
I mean, it what 0.02%. I got to go 0.02. Yeah, it's like 3% of your salary, right? You're paying him 3% of your salary for a guy. I mean, has a big impact on the game. I'm okay with it. Again, it's a lot of money. It's more than anybody's ever made at that position. But again, to me, I find it to be worth it. But not, I see your point as well. But I got one. I'm keeping. All right. Anything else? Oh, Josh Allen's back. Yeah.
To me, that's the bigger point is what he's done overall. Because I'm not, dude. If your game plan is, hey, you can hit a 60+ yard field goal, I'm not
50.
like really. And by the way, there 60 overall. It was 12 of 22 for the league, not just Aubrey, but the league last year. So
and he hit 7 of them.
No, he's hit 6 in his career.
Oh,
not in a year. In his career. So you're saying he's changing the game for 6 field goals in his career.
Yeah. All right, Josh Allen's back at work with the Bills offseason program. No limitations on him. That's remember he had that foot surgery. He's the Bills quarterback. He needed the procedure. He had a broken bone in his right foot. He said now he can do everything. Quote, feels really good right now. I don't feel like I have any limitations. He hurt that foot planting his foot in an attempt to avoid Myles Garrett. That was in a regular, obviously it wasn't a playoff game. Myles Garrett's teams don't make the playoffs. That was in the regular season, so he played the playoffs with the injury. Evidently he had a pre-existing condition, and surgery was eventually going to be necessary. So he had that after. So he played the playoffs with the broken foot. All right, we're going to talk a little hockey when we get back. Stanley Hubbard, listed as a skater. Got 11 goals, 12 assists for the Ice Wolves this year. Committed to Robert Morris University, believed to be the first New Mexican grown-up player to go play Division I hockey. We're going to talk to him about the road and how cool this is, how it all came about. Catch up on the Ice Wolves as well. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 670 Sports Town.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Raising Cane's invites you to grab life by the chicken fingers. So get out there. Be you. Do you. Embrace whatever makes you, you. All while enjoying Raising Cane's hand-battered cooked-to-order chicken fingers, crispy crinkle-cut fries, buttery Texas toast, and that secret recipe cane sauce that makes everything that much better. So go on. Savor the day.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers. One love.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of Celebrity Green synthetic putting greens and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744. Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green, synthetic putting greens, and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
I'm Ben Lucero, president and owner of Indigo Mortgage. We are a locally owned and operated mortgage company right here in New Mexico. This means your loan officers and processors are right here to serve you. Indigo Mortgage offers better rates and terms than that of big banks and out-of-state lenders. Our mortgage divisions include residential, commercial, construction, reverse mortgages, and VA mortgage loans. Let us serve you with an exemplary level of care. Indigo Mortgage, because nobody cares more about your mortgage loan.
5-5-2. They'll be in El Paso. It's the best of 5 series, so need to win on Friday to keep the season going. It's been a great season for them, and a really, 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 really cool story, and I'm stoked for our next guest. It's the opening drive. Jeff Symbieta and JJ Buck came out last week, and maybe this has been brewing for a while. Stanley Hubbard, the 6'6" skater star for the Ice Wolves, who's had a terrific season, is going to go play Division I hockey at Robert Morris. And the goal, and Stan Hubbard, who founded the Ice Wolves, and we talked about this junior hockey club and sending players on to Division I. So he's not the first Ice Wolf player to ever go on to play Division I hockey, but he's believed to be the first hockey player that grew up in New Mexico, stayed in New Mexico, trained in New Mexico to go play Division I hockey. And Robert Morris is a pretty good program. Stanley Hubbard joins us this morning on the Sports Animal. Good morning, Stanley. Congratulations. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you guys doing?
Life's grooving. Thank you. Congratulations on this, man. I know this has been a dream. I know your dad a little bit, and he's so proud of you. But for you, for the way I understand it, man, this has been a dream for a long, long time.
Yeah, no, I'm super excited. I mean, obviously, I've just been enjoying every part of the process, and I mean, I'm just kind of excited for what's next.
Talk about the process. What is the process to be recruited? You decided to stay home and play junior hockey here, where so many people go all over the continent really to play junior hockey, with this goal in mind. What was the process that you just went through?
Yeah, I mean, I think for me, a lot of kids just left and went and did other things and played elsewhere, and I just didn't really see a need to do that. You have everything here, and I feel like there's no reason to move away from home unless you really have to, and I just didn't really see a reason to do that. So, and then I got lucky enough to play juniors here too, so it all worked out really well.
Being a pioneer, and I guess that's what you are in some respects. When you're the first, I guess that's somewhat the definition of that. But being the first New Mexican to play Division I hockey, and then maybe somebody pops up and says, no, back in the 50s, this guy did. I don't know. But that's got to mean something to you, doesn't it? Because everybody probably told you, no, you got to go to Manitoba, you got to go to Minnesota, you got to go if this is what you want to do, and you did it a way that nobody else has done. I got to believe that that's got to hold some sort of place for you.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's super cool. And I think there's just going to be more to come. Like, I think the youth program here has just grown so much. Like, ever since I was in it a while ago, like, I think there's going to be a lot more to come too. So I'm really excited to see how that kind of all plays out.
Stanley, what kept you going? What motivates you, ignites your fire that even as a young kid, this was a dream you had and you kept working for it? When it's easy to get frustrated, all those things, even, being young, that this was something that you kept pushing for. What was that fire that motivated you?
Yeah, I mean, I think I just love playing the game. I have a blast with it every day. Like, no matter what I'm doing, like, I'm always having fun with it. And I think it's hard to do whatever you're doing if you're not having fun with it. So I think just enjoying it every day, and it's just kind of worked out well when you enjoy it.
What have you noticed, just the energy around the game as you're grinding, your focus, and you're going up all those levels, but then to see kind of how this community has started to rally around hockey, and especially you guys?
Yeah, no, it's awesome to see. I mean, like, even at the Ice Wolves games, like, we have the best fans. They're always so into the game. Like, so cool. You get all that when we're coming on and off the ice, all the kids, you're giving them fist bumps, and it's super cool. And I mean, there's going to be another kid that's going to do the same thing with like that. So it's just kind of like passing the torch a little bit. But no, I mean, it's been amazing.
Stanley Hubbard is with us, Ice Wolf star, who's going to go play Division I hockey at Robert Morris, which is just outside of Pittsburgh, about 17 miles outside of Pittsburgh at Moon Township, Pennsylvania. Have you been to campus there? I mean, Pittsburgh weather is a little different than here, but maybe a little bit more hockey town.
That's what I've heard. No, I haven't gone and seen the campus yet. It kind of came up like not out of nowhere, but a little short notice. And then when I got the opportunity, I mean, it's always been my dream. So then it's a no-brainer. But no, I haven't seen campus yet, so I'm excited to go see it.
Stanley, how's that process work? So they reach out to you, you got feelers out, you send in video, you got how did the whole recruitment process work?
Yeah, I think so. We have like a showcase at the start of the year, so I talked to them a little bit at that showcase that all the teams go to. And then I kind of talked to them a little bit, like keep in touch a little bit here and there kind of throughout the year. And then they texted me and they were like, hey, like, you want to hop on a call one day? Like, this is a couple weeks back. And then it was kind of all downhill from there.
They got to love your size. They got to love the way you skate. I mean, what, 6'6", what you listed about 225? Are you going about 230 now? Something like that. And then the season you had, I mean, being 6'6" out there, junior hockey gives you a little bit of an advantage, huh? And now you're going to run into a bunch of big boys.
Yeah, no, it definitely gives you a little bit of advantage. But no, I mean, I'm sure everybody's going to be bigger and stronger at the next level. But no, it's definitely helpful for sure. Makes the reach a little bit longer.
Who are some of the dudes that you like watching or style of play that you enjoy that you try to maybe add to your game?
Yeah, I mean, I love the Tkachuk brothers in the NHL. I think they're both a little rats, little pests, but I like the way they play. They're just hard to play against, and I think I kind of try to do the same thing.
JJ talked about the growth of hockey here. Stanley Hubbard's with us, Ice Wolf star, who they're in the playoffs. They're down 2-0 in their series. They got to go to El Paso on Friday. He's going to play Division I hockey at Robert Morris. Your dad built this club, and I got to believe the passion, because I know his passion for hockey. I got to believe the family passion, your granddad, your dad, your whole family, the passion just came into it. I don't think it was forced on you, right? You could have gone and played tennis or golf or backgammon if you wanted to, but the passion in your family for the game had to feed down to you, didn't you?
Yeah, no, totally. I mean, there's no pressure. Like, I could go do whatever I wanted, but I mean, I wanted to play hockey. Like, you always see, like, I think that's kind of how most kids are. Like, when you see your parents doing something, like when you're little, like you try to do the same thing, whatever, and then kind of just takes off from there, and then you fall in love with the game, and that's pretty much it. But no, I mean, my grandpa played hockey, my uncles played hockey, my dad played hockey, so no, it wasn't forced upon me, but yeah, that's kind of how it came to be.
What was the moment, and I got to believe you remember it, where you realized I'm better than my dad? How'd that go?
Ooh, I don't even know. It might have been a while ago. He's getting old, so it might have been a while ago.
Were you super young?
He was probably coaching us at some point or something, and I was like, oh, like, Dad, go harder or something. He's like, I don't know, probably something like that.
Yeah, this is what I got, kid. How'd you get so damn good? Right?
Yeah, something like that, I'm sure.
Yeah. All right. The club's down 2-0 El Paso, and you were the higher. I mean, you had the better regular season. You had home ice advantage in this one, and now it's do or die. Now you got to go win 3 in a row to keep this thing going.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to El Paso Friday. I mean, they have a pretty loud rink, so it's not the easiest rink to play in. But no, I mean, we've got a super good group, and everybody's got so much belief. Like, even after the game Saturday night, nobody was down. Everybody was like, all right, like, we didn't make it easy on ourselves, but now we're just going to go win 3 in a row. But I think you just got to take it one game at a time. So now all we're thinking about is we just got to win Friday. And then after that, it's just going to be, we just got to win Saturday. And then it's going to come back to the Outpost on Sunday, and it's going to be like, all right, like, we've got this far, like, make it count. Like, we just got to win Sunday.
Stanley Hubbard's with us just for a few more minutes. You've watched the growth of this club, right? You've watched the Ice Wolves come from nothing to literally every time, and I've been out there a few times a year. The rink is always full. The fan base is passionate. The Billet families just love the young men who come in. From your perspective growing up in it, I've listened to your dad tell this story, but from a guy who grew up in this and watched it from the youth level all the way through the level now where you're going to graduate and go play D1 hockey, how do you explain the growth of that club and junior hockey here in New Mexico?
Yeah, I mean, it's super cool. Like, when did it start? 2019. And 2019, you kind of look back and you just think of all the players that have come through and, like, kind of how cool it is and the different teams that have made different playoff runs and such. So you kind of look at that, and that's kind of cool just to see the history behind it. But no, I think it's just everything's come so far. I think just every year, like, organizationally, like, this gets a little bit better. It gets a little bit, like, from a player perspective, I mean, it gets, like, little, just, like, nicer, easier. Like, I mean, everybody's always been treated great, but, like, there's always kind of, like, hiccups that you kind of smooth out as time goes on. So, no, I mein, everything's just been amazing.
Right, you still got the best logo in New Mexico sports history is that Ice Wolves thing. I'm a big fan of alternate jerseys, right? And I worked for the Scorpions back in the day. I've seen a million of them. The Happy Gilmore jersey is just spectacular. Do you have a favorite? Do you have a favorite? Because that one's one of the best I've ever seen.
That one was pretty good. It looked just like you actually had a flannel on. I don't know. I like the turquoise ones that we've been wearing lately. Yeah. The playoff ones. I think those ones are super cool.
They need a couple wins in them.
Yeah, we do need a couple wins in them. We'll get a couple wins in them this weekend.
Yeah. All right. Congratulations. I'm stoked for you, your family. And I just think it's so good for New Mexico, for New Mexican kids to say, hey, it can be done out of here, just because everybody's always had to go to Minnesota or North Dakota or Manitoba or wherever the hell they had to go. A young man went to Albuquerque Academy, played for the Ice Wolves, and came up through here. And now you're going to go play D1 hockey. Go be great. Congratulations on all your success, and we really appreciate the conversation.
Thank you. Yeah, thanks for taking the time.
All right, be well, and congratulations to Stanley Hubbard. It's a cool story, man. Like
it's an awesome story.
I mean, define pioneer. Isn't that kind of what that is?
First D1 player from Burke, kid from Burke.
Yeah. No, I mean, he
went through the development system in Burke.
Yeah. Yeah. And is going to go be able to do great things. I'm stoked for him. I'm stoked for the family. I'm stoked for the hockey community. Hope you enjoyed that. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610 Sports Animal.
This report is sponsored by Liberty Mutual Insurance. Switch to Liberty Mutual.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Jimmy John's toasted sandwiches take the fresh baked bread you love and turn up the heat to toasted perfection. Crispy and golden on the outside, melty and gooey on the inside. Order a toasted sandwich at Jimmy John's today.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
I'm Ben Lucero, president and owner of Indigo Mortgage. We are a locally owned and operated mortgage company right here in New Mexico. This means your loan officers and processors are right here to serve you. Indigo Mortgage offers better rates and terms than that of big banks and out-of-state lenders. Our mortgage divisions include residential, commercial, construction, reverse mortgages, and VA mortgage loans. Let us serve you with an exemplary level of care. Indigo Mortgage, because nobody cares more about your mortgage loan.
Raising Cane's invites you to grab life by the chicken fingers. So get out there. Be you. Do you. Embrace whatever makes you, you. All while enjoying Raising Cane's hand-battered cooked-to-order chicken fingers, crispy crinkle-cut fries, buttery Texas toast, and that secret recipe cane sauce that makes everything that much better. So go on. Savor the day.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers. One love.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
Jimmy John's toasted sandwiches take the fresh baked bread you love and turn up the heat to toasted perfection. Crispy and golden on the outside, melty and gooey on the inside. Order a toasted sandwich at Jimmy John's today.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS Network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Boswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico.
Scenic views. The deal is you get 2 tickets for the price of 1. The Sky Railway train experience is $99. You get 2 for $99. Brian Deutsch joins us this morning to talk about it. Good morning, Brian. How you living?
Hey, I'm doing good. Thanks for having us.
Appreciate it. So this thing sounds spectacular. I mean, a bunch of different train rides. You got scenic rides. You got boozy trains. You can rent out the train for an event. Talk about what you got going because it sounds pretty spectacular.
Yeah, we're so excited to offer this deal to y'all once again. Bunch of different experiences, over 22 experiences we offer throughout the year. And whether you just want to ride, enjoy the sunset, listen to some music, or you want to turn it up on the Margarita Rail, watch some Native American dance on the Santa Fe Scenic, There's all sorts of things for the families, murder mysteries, Outlaw Express. And then for the adults later in the year, we have the Fright Trains, the Christmas trains for the families. We're just really excited, and we're really excited to be offering this to you all again.
All right, the offer's good for the Margarita Rail, the New Mexico Ale Trail, and the Sunset Serenade. You have a website they can take a look at it before it goes live, that they could go say, oh, that's, because I know it's going to show how cool it is.
Yeah, definitely. SkyRailway.com. There's videos for you to watch that show the experience. You can also check us out on Instagram or Facebook and find a bunch of stuff on there. There's something for everybody.
All right, to hit the experience. So people, where do they start, and how does the whole process go for somebody?
We're conveniently located in the Santa Fe Rail Yard. We depart from the Santa Fe Historic Depot right across from Tomasita's parking lot. And you can call us to book your reservation. You can book online. You can walk in old school and book at the desk. And we drop you right back off at the depot. We do about a 2-hour run, so we don't take up your whole day. It's perfect for just an afternoon trip or an after dinner, before dinner cocktail. And it leaves you wanting to come back for more. Yeah, date night, or if you're looking for a corporate event, all kinds of different things. So go by the website, check it out. Our sweet deal will go live on our website, 9 o'clock, sportsanimалabq.com. You click on the sweet deal logo, 2 tickets for the price of one. It's $99 for the Sky Railway, which is Santa Fe's adventure train. Brian, congratulations on what you built. This thing's really, really cool. Good luck with this, and appreciate you being part of it. Yeah, thank you very much. Have a great day. You as well. All right, that actually sounds really kind of cool. Really, really kind of cool. I got a couple, we've been talking about the kicker and the fact that Brandon Aubrey got $7 million. And JJ and I are a little different on this. I feel typically, yeah, kickers are interchangeable, man. And pay him, you got a good one, pay your kicker. To me, this guy's different. And I don't think they blew the market away. They went a little bit over what the top of the market was, so they reset the market for what they believe is the best kicker in the game. It's 3% of their salary cap, essentially. And they guaranteed him $20 million. They're going to pay him $7 million a year. And I talked about, JJ's point is right. I mean, guys can come and go, these specialists. You compare them to bullpen arms. And we talked about Edwin Diaz, right, who was so great with the Mets. Dodgers signed him, and boom. Yeah, Ronnie said Jeff and JJ, Dodgers are cursed on signing closers. Do you feel bad for the Dodgers?
No. They have money for days. That's different. Yeah. They can erase their mistake.
There's no cap.
Yeah. Brandon Aubrey is a fantastic kicker. And when you have a player that contributes that much and is one of your highest scorers, and a lot of times, these guys go down as like your franchise's leading scorer or all-time leading scorer in school history, kickers are really important. And what stands out to me about Aubrey is 10 for 10, 20-29, 5 for 5, 30 for 39, 10 for 10, 40 for 49.
Yeah.
So he is clutch. And it's a position that you invest in. It's just something I've felt similar to a bullpen arm.
Travis says the Aubrey signing is the best money the Cowboys have ever spent. The guy scores more points than anyone else on the roster and was absolutely the MVP of the Cowboys the last 2 years. Now, does it help the Cowboys' long-term roster build at cap room? Probably not. But Aubrey is more consistent than anyone else on the roster. Pay that man his money. Said in the John Malkovich round. I guess I didn't do that. Turn Travis. I don't know if it's the best money they've ever spent, but I think it's money well spent. And I agree with you. Pay the man. How many times in jest over the last 2 years people say, and when your best damn player is your kicker? How many times do you hear that? Because their best damn player might have been their kicker. And pay the man at the top of his market. And to your point, I don't think you're angry about it. You would have done something different, right?
Yes. Like, it might not seem like anything, but $20 million guaranteed when you start talking about wanting to sign other players, it adds up.
Yeah. Yeah.
And your game plan can't be, hey, this dude is going to be 3 for 6 from 60+ yards. Like, that's not.
Maybe he gets better there. I mean, the guy's relatively new to kicking, right? Right.
He's a beast.
Yeah. And so, I mean,
but if your game plan is save us because we can't get inside 6 yards for a field goal, you're not going anywhere.
Yeah, still, that's an issue. But by the way, it'd be nice to have somebody to save me. So, all right, 505-246-0610. We're going to hear from Jake Hall coming up at 9 o'clock. We're going to hear what he had to say. Maybe you've heard some of it, but it's interesting to listen to it again on what the Lobo guard said to the media yesterday. He did it. So he was in San Diego. That's where that Zoom call was. Don't they go to school?
Bruh, you know how it is?
When's spring break? Is it now?
Bruh. Oh, we passed that.
So he's just taking classes online, staying eligible. I mean, I'm sure he's fine academically. I'm just like, that's the whole portal thing too. It's funny. I was in San Antonio last week for we had the annual bowl season annual meeting, and as you talk about the portal and the timing, every once in a while academics comes up, right? And there's some who just snicker, like, guys are school, and there's others who take it really seriously, like, yeah. And how are they going to get their education? How are they going to get their degree? And it's always interesting to see the response when you bring up the fact that they are, in fact, athlete students or student athletes, however you prefer. And how the portal then fits in. Both our conversation was more football portal than basketball portal. But
just think about the basketball portal.
Right. No, I am.
All the visits that are going on and the photos
how do you have a
campus visits and what you're doing, and you're supposed to be finishing the semester.
Finishing? I mean, you're right in the heart of it, right? I guess Addie's in finals now. She'll be home next week. Michigan ends next week.
About a month left, I think, at UNM.
So when the portal opens April 1 or whatever the hell it was, April 4, aren't you kind of right in the heart of the semester? And I got 2,000 men's student athletes, basketball players, plus another, 1,500 women or whatever it was in the portal. I guess you take a weekend trip, it doesn't kill you. You miss a couple of days, one trip here, right? And then when you announce, do you finish the semester? You're still on scholarship in your old place, right?
Email your instructor like, hey, Mr. Joe, sorry, I'm not going to be there. I'm on a recruiting visit.
Okay, so let's just say Antonio Chol is going to school here. He's not the right because he hasn't committed yet. Not that I know of. All right, so JT Rock's going to school at UNM, right? Season ends on April 4th or whatever, April 3rd. Goes to the portal. He's in the middle of a semester. I honestly asking this question because I don't know the answer. And so a week later, April, 16th, I don't know what the date was, he commits to Kansas State. Does he get to finish? Does he finish the semester at UNM? He's still on scholarship, right? You don't pull his scholarship. You already paid it. So does he stay here and finish school? Or does he pull out, take incompletes, and just lose this whole semester? How does that work academically? I honestly don't know.
The unsung heroes in all of this?
Yeah.
The academic advisors.
Truth. But do you know how it works? So like the guys
I'm sure
coming
he gets to finish. Dude, some of them absolutely get to finish this semester online.
Okay.
Probably.
Absolutely, probably.
Like it's a different world.
I know. And it's a world that I don't understand, so that's why I asked the question. No, I mean, I just honestly flat out don't know, and I'm intrigued by it. I've had a ton of conversations about it. And people pretend, who are making the rules, pretend they want to care about the academic calendar. They do it all the time. Oh, what about the academic? What about it? All right, 505-246-0610. We'll hear from Jake coming up at the top of the hour. Want your thoughts on the hoops from last night. Get back into that. Wemby wins unanimous Defensive Player of the Year. And what Draymond Green had to say in his interpretation and his thoughts on whether or not Steve Kerr is going to return and coach the Golden State Warriors. You playing Prize Picks? Did you play last night? All right, if you didn't, you can play tonight. Jaylen Brown tonight. Celtics. More or less 19.5 points. Which way are you going? You want Jason Tatum tonight? 17.5 points. More or less. You can play Tari Eason. Houston against the Lakers. 14.5 points and rebounds combined. It's really easy. That's why it's the number one app for sports pick. It's Prize Picks. We're watching the games. Might as well play. I'm having a really good time with it. A bunch of different ways to play, but the premise is really easy. You pick more or less on Stat Project. And then you put together a lineup of 2 to 6 players, and when you're right, you win, and winning is really, 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 really fun. Stack players if you want. So play Tatum 3 different ways, or Brown 3 different ways, rebounds and points and assists. You can do that. You can mix your sports. You can go basketball, hockey, and baseball tonight if you want. Whatever it is, however you play, but just play, because you can't win unless you play, and it's really, really fun. They're offering you $50 in lineups instantly when you play your first $5 lineup. So get in on this and go mix them up. Use the code KNML. So download the Prize Picks app. Use the code KNML. You'll get $50 in lineups when you play your first $5 lineup. The code is KNML. You get $50 in lineup when you play your first $5 lineup on Prize Picks. It's good to be right.
Mornings get busy fast.
This is Gallus.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
I'm Ben Lucero, president and owner of Indigo Mortgage. We are a locally owned and operated mortgage company right here in New Mexico. This means your loan officers and processors are right here to serve you. Indigo Mortgage offers better rates and terms than that of big banks and out-of-state lenders. Our mortgage divisions include residential, commercial, construction, reverse mortgages, and VA mortgage loans. Let us serve you with an exemplary level of care. Indigo Mortgage, because nobody cares more about your mortgage loan.
Jimmy John's toasted sandwiches take the fresh baked bread you love and turn up the heat to toasted perfection. Crispy and golden on the outside, melty and gooey on the inside. Order a toasted sandwich at Jimmy John's today.
ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit HansWhitlerAuto.com.
Raising Cane's invites you to grab life by the chicken fingers. So get out there. Be you. Do you. Embrace whatever makes you, you. All while enjoying Raising Cane's hand-battered cooked-to-order chicken fingers, crispy crinkle-cut fries, buttery Texas toast, and that secret recipe cane sauce that makes everything that much better. So go on. Savor the day.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers. One love.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com. High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit hanswhitlerauto.com. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit International Protective.
Today is the final day. Just going through some portal stuff. JJ, did you catch, and I'm not expecting you would have caught a lot of Missouri State. I watched Missouri State play New Mexico State one game this year, and I was like, dude, that guy's gigantic. Michael Osei-Bonsu, did you want? He was he's 6'4", 289. He's got a 35-inch vertical. So Michael Osei-Bonsu, who played at Missouri State, he's in the portal. However, JJ, he's in the portal. He plans to play football next. So he's in the basketball. I don't even know how this one works. I mean, he's in the portal. 6'4", 289, 35-inch vertical, wants to play defensive tackle or tight end. Buddy Baker's representing. Okay. I mean, and you get a look at him, and you're like, holy smokes, hell yes, he is. I remember watching this guy just plow through people. I'm like, that guy, he looks like a tight end. He looks like a lineman. So the portal's closing today. Text line. Hey, who do you guys think is the most overpaid, overrated player in the NFL at this time? Who? Tua? Is that a fair one right off the top of my head without thinking much?
Yeah, that contract didn't work out well.
I mean, Tua's making
going to be probably mostly quarterbacks, given the size of their contracts.
I mean, Kirk Cousins made a lot of money for not doing a ton in the back end of his career.
I don't agree with that at all. He was fine before his Achilles popped.
Right. I'm thinking the last couple of years of his career. Make a lot of money. Tua is the one that just jumps off the plate to me. And it was one of those where, as it happened, I'm like, why? What are we doing? Tua would be my answer.
Yeah, it's just the gigantic contracts of those quarterbacks.
You got another one you're thinking? I mean, there's others that didn't work out. Like Kyler Murray didn't work out, but I don't. I can't go him over Tua. No, that would be where
Brandon Ayuk.
Okay, that's a really good one. I like that one too.
Receivers can dot that list as well.
Yeah, no, I like that too. That's good. I want to hit this. After the Warriors got beat by, who beat them the other day? Phoenix. You saw that moment with Steve Kerr and Draymond Green and Steph Curry together, and Kerr brought them together. So Draymond Green was on the Draymond Green show yesterday, his podcast. And he was talking about Steve Kerr. And he said, I hope he's our coach next year. But he says, you want my opinion? Well, yeah, that's why we're listening to your podcast. He said, I think not, just because it feels like that. It felt like that was it. Draymond's pretty close to that situation, wouldn't you say? I mean, that's a guy who would be as close as anybody to that situation. Steve Kerr said he plans to take the next couple of weeks off to mull his future. Steph's entering the last season of his deal, but there's mutual interest between both sides that they can come to an extension sometime this summer. Draymond's got a 1-year, $27.6 million player option. He's not sure. I mean, Draymond opts in, right? Where's he getting more than that? You think if Draymond Green hits the market, he's more than 27.6?
No.
So he opts in, right?
I expect him to opt in.
All right. Do they run it back one more time? Because it's Steph's last year of his deal?
But Steph has 2-3 more years playing for the Warriors. He's going to get re-upped this summer. And then I think with Golden State, you have to ask yourself, do you throw everything at this last hurrah and try to land one more star to play with Steph Curry?
What do you have to throw at? What's
your first round picks?
What do you have left?
Next 4 years.
You have them all?
They own a lottery pick this year.
Okay.
They have picks.
Right.
They haven't done a lot of outrageous trades. Like they brought in Kristaps Porzingis on the cheaper end. You know, the Jimmy Butler deal was big.
That cost them a little bit.
But they have that salary now that they could throw in a trade.
You wait until you see where your pick is in the lottery, right? I mean, it's not going to be very high because you don't have a lot of ping pong balls and you're the last team in the lottery, but so you have the least amount of ping pong balls. So let's say you got the 15th pick. Seems so agnostic to me, doesn't it? Is that something that's going to make them better? Do you move that?
Well, it's that plus.
Yeah. Right.
Because if you're a team that's taking on multiple first-round picks, you're going to realize, okay, Golden State might be competitive for the next few years, but when you get to that third or fourth first-round pick, that's where it's going to have that impact.
So who's on the market?
Giannis.
I was going to say, what kind of run can you make for Giannis? What package you put together to them that says, you know what, here's the lottery pick and what for Giannis? They don't want to stop expiring Jimmy Butler contract, do they?
Yes, that's how those things work.
So you think that's what I mean?
Because you have to take salary back when you trade a player of that caliber.
What I'm saying is, how does that benefit Milwaukee?
It benefits them by acknowledging that if Giannis is done, and you've kept him multiple times after he's said he wants to trade, you're restarting.
All right. Yes. So that's the shot you got to take, right? Does that bring Steph Curry back?
Steph Curry's coming back regardless.
I'm sorry, Steve Kerr. I'm sorry.
Maybe is Kerr want to go out with Steph Curry, or I can see Steve Kerr tipping his cap.
What if Steve Kerr
chilling?
What if Steve Kerr tips his cap and a young, talented team opens a Orlando, a Cleveland won't. I don't think. But a team with, I mean, he's still a top coach. I don't want to fire anybody, dude. I don't want to sit here and say, what if the job opens in Houston or hell, Oklahoma City or San Antonio for that matter. But I mean, right? He's only 61 years old, dude. There's still probably a ton left in him. If I'm a franchise that's got young talent, I'm absolutely interested if he's on the market. I don't care who my damn coach is. Who's in Orlando? Quinn Snyder's in Atlanta.
I think Orlando's going to open regardless of what happens in the first round.
Okay.
There was too much noise this season with the head coach and them only being a playing team, even if they go knock out Detroit. But it doesn't sound like Draymond Green and the other that Kerr's stepping away because they can't win. It's just seems fulfilled.
Okay. God bless him if he is. Was he at 9 rings total? Player and coach? Hall of Famer, probably got more money than he'll ever know how to spend. Right?
Because if you're one of those other franchises, of course, you're going to lob calls at Steve Kerr. But I think if he steps away from the Warriors,
yeah,
that's probably he's done coaching.
Go live your life. I mean, unless that's what you love. And he doesn't seem like a guy who's got to have that to be fulfilled.
And he was in the front office for a little bit with Phoenix, doing some broadcasting, and then
and broadcasting.
This one opened up. You're like, can't say no to this opportunity.
And that's right after I see him. The broadcaster
Mark Jackson.
I'm having struggling with names this week. I take 1 week away, and I'm like, holy smoke! Top of the hour, Jake Hall. We're going to hear what he had to say in regards to the decision to return to New Mexico. I got some text from you when you come back. 505-246-0610. That's the Sports Animal phone line and the Monarchy on San Pedro text line. Monarchy on San Pedro is car care done right. Emails are coming in, Jeff at sportsanimалabq.com and JJ at sportsanimалabq.com. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
This report is sponsored by Liberty Mutual
We
Insurance.
would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
I'm Ben Lucero, president and owner of Indigo Mortgage. We are a locally owned and operated mortgage company right here in New Mexico. This means your loan officers and processors are right here to serve you. Indigo Mortgage offers better rates and terms than that of big banks and out-of-state lenders. Our mortgage divisions include residential, commercial, construction, reverse mortgages, and VA mortgage loans. Let us serve you with an exemplary level of care. Indigo Mortgage, because nobody cares more about your mortgage loan.
Jimmy John's toasted sandwiches take the fresh baked bread you love and turn up the heat to toasted perfection. Crispy and golden on the outside, melty and gooey on the inside. Order a toasted sandwich at Jimmy John's today.
ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit HansWhitlerAuto.com.
Raising Cane's invites you to grab life by the chicken fingers. So get out there. Be you. Do you. Embrace whatever makes you, you. All while enjoying Raising Cane's hand-battered cooked-to-order chicken fingers, crispy crinkle-cut fries, buttery Texas toast, and that secret recipe cane sauce that makes everything that much better. So go on. Savor the day.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers. One love.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com. High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit hanswhitlerauto.com. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Raising Cane's invites you to grab life by the chicken fingers. So get out there. Be you. Do you. Embrace whatever makes you, you. All while enjoying Raising Cane's hand-battered cooked-to-order chicken fingers, crispy crinkle-cut fries, buttery Texas toast, and that secret recipe cane sauce that makes everything that much better. So go on. Savor the day.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers. One love.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio
1,541 players in the men's basketball portal. 2,500 plus. He thinks about 150 are walk-ons, another 200 aren't currently up. So if that's correct, about 2,200 players, guys who play, are in the portal. If the stat holds that 30% of those guys will not find a place to play, that's 750 dudes that don't find a play. Now, I don't know if that stat's going to hold or not. That were in a position where they were on scholarship on a team that won't find a place to go to school and play basketball. If that's, we'll see where it all ends up. We won't really know where it all ends up till really the fall semester, right? Because guys sign all the way up through that. 2,541. Remember 2 years ago, every time a guy left, people were screaming, you can't hold anybody. What's wrong with Patino? What's wrong with the coach? Can't hold anybody. Damn guys are leaving. I don't hear that anymore. At least people have understood the new norm. That helps you. It's pretty crazy. I mean, are you, I don't know, surprised isn't right. How does that number hit you?
It's the new norm, and I think the challenge is people feel left out if they don't jump in the portal. And then it's also, as a coach, might get a little bit of antsy too, of wondering, what's there? How could I get better quickly? What could my guys do? Because there's, a ton of people out there that, is that their best move? No, but what everyone else is doing. And this is the classic, if he were to jump off a cliff, would you follow him? And the answer to that question is yes. Everyone is jumping into the portal.
All right, so I don't know if that number includes guys who've already signed. Like, is Jake Hall included in that number when he took himself? I don't know. But if you divide that by, what's 361? Is that the number of Division I teams? Roughly that, right? So that's an average of 7 players per team in the portal. If you say an average of, let's say, would you say 4 guys per team are expiring their eligibility? 3, 4 per team? Right? So if 7 guys per team are in portal and 3 or 4 guys, so that's 10 or 11 of your roster are are leaving because they've expired their eligibility. Look at every team in America. I mean, you're averaging having, 3, maybe 4 guys come back year to year? That's what we are now. I'm not making a commentary. I'm making facts. I mean, how else do you do the math? Is my math screwed up somewhere?
No, the math is mathing. And it's a lengthy process. So this one, I'm just looking at, it's a little bit less. Women's basketball right now, 1,553.
So that's 1,000 left.
But there's only 438 commits at this point in time. So that's so many.
So do the commits, are the commits included in the number, do you know?
No, the one I'm looking at it is like, of the 1,500 players, 438 have committed.
Okay. Of the 1,500, 430 have committed, so there's still 1,100 in there in the portal. And again, just because the portal closes, that doesn't mean the signing period closes, right? So the portal will close today. If they're not in by, I believe, midnight Eastern time tonight, then the only way they can go in the portal is if there's a coaching pick. But just to illustrate the new now, right? It was a year ago, 2 years ago, people were losing their mind every time a player would go into the portal. Why can't we keep them? We're a damn stepping stone. Dude, everybody is.
We were having this discussion last week about how angry UC San Diego fans are at the University of New Mexico.
They have to hate New Mexico.
And I'm like, and it's as frustrating as it is, while there might be a bigger fish than you, you're a bigger fish than someone else.
What would UC San Diego have been last year if they kept Olin, they kept Chris Howell and he stayed healthy, let's say, right? They kept Milos Vicencic and he was healthy. And then they got Jake Hall and Uriah Tenet. UC San Diego would have been something.
Oh, and they had, Hudson Mays.
And they had Hudson Mays.
They're like, we're going back to the NCAA tournament.
Well, right? They win the Big West, don't they? Yeah. I'm just telling you, the San Diego State people are losing their mind that the kid from Carlsbad and now the other kid from Carlsbad. Oh, and that kid from Point Loma, who's a San Diego kid, beat San Diego State. Now, San Diego State beat you 2 out of 3, but
and the portal taketh,
especially from them. I mean, they got pounded in the portal. All right, if you're there, stay there. We'll take your calls at 505-246-0610. Another hour to go. Also going to hear from Jake Hall as he spoke yesterday in regards to the decision, the timeline, the process. He's JJ Buck. I'm Jeff Symbieta. Thank you for finding us. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM at AM 610, the Sports Hour.
I'd like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
I'm Ben Lucero, president and owner of Indigo Mortgage. We are a locally owned and operated mortgage company right here in New Mexico. This means your loan officers and processors are right here to serve you. Indigo Mortgage offers better rates and terms than that of big banks and out-of-state lenders. Our mortgage divisions include residential, commercial, construction, reverse mortgages, and VA mortgage loans. Let us serve you with an exemplary level of care. Indigo Mortgage, because nobody cares more about your mortgage loan.
Jimmy John's toasted sandwiches take the fresh baked bread you love and turn up the heat to toasted perfection. Crispy and golden on the outside, melty and gooey on the inside. Order a toasted sandwich at Jimmy John's today.
ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit HansWhitlerAuto.com.
Raising Cane's invites you to grab life by the chicken fingers. So get out there. Be you. Do you. Embrace whatever makes you, you. All while enjoying Raising Cane's hand-battered cooked-to-order chicken fingers, crispy crinkle-cut fries, buttery Texas toast, and that secret recipe cane sauce that makes everything that much better. So go on. Savor the day.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers. One love.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com. High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Yeah, sorry about that. All right, text line. I'm going to go to phones here in a second. Are you on it? No, not yet. Where do you guys think Mountain West basketball will rank as a conference next year? High is 7, low is 10. That's probably the right range. I would even say 6 to 10.
7 or 7.
So
and a half.
The Mountain West, if you tell me you think the Pac's going to be better because they have Gonzaga, San Diego State, Utah State. I mean, you kind of have to listen to that conversation, right? So you take the Power 5. If the Pac's going to be 6, you're right there. It's you, the A10. I think you're better than the West Coast Conference now, but you got to be right there with the West Coast Conference. So you, the A10, the West Coast, and the Missouri Valley, or is it the three of you?
And it's really, really hard to look at metrics from last year and advance into the next season because of all the roster turnover.
Yeah.
Because last year, if you put the teams together in other different conferences, which will affect your strength of schedule, understandably, but if you're just trying to somewhat get like a little bit of a baseline, the average net of the new Mountain West would be 153. The average net of the Pac-12 would be 103.
Yeah, I'd say somewhere to, that 7 to 10 area is probably right. Rudy, good morning. Thanks for holding here on the Sports Animal. What's good? Rudy.
So, yes, sir.
Yep.
Can you hear me?
Yep. Sorry.
So everybody's trying to create momentum because of the seismic shifts in rosters. It's never, this is the new reality that every year, virtually every team is going to have a new roster. So how do you build momentum? You got to try to hang on to some core pieces if you can, and UNM fortunately did. You know, if Jake Hall has another season like he had this year, I don't know that there's enough money in New Mexico to keep a guy like him.
And especially if Eric leaves, right? If Olin
don't
leaves,
get ahead of yourself.
yeah. If Olin leaves, then yeah. I mean, enjoy this year.
Yeah. Well, he said something. I don't know if it's going to be prophetic or not, but he said, "I don't want to leave New Mexico without a championship."
Okay.
So I think that gives them a very realistic goal. And when you're looking around for momentum, what does it look like? It looks like what's going on at UNM right now. I don't know if who out there hasn't bought season tickets for Lobo football, but I've talked to a lot of people who never even blinked at season tickets who are buying season tickets this year.
Okay,
That
that's good.
something.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
But then by the same token, how many people came on our show, JJ? Then I've been reading on the Twitter that the basketball. I'm done with basketball. I've had tickets for 40 years, and I'm done because I can't stand this portal thing. Right?
That there are people seeking attention and feel bad about themselves. I don't know what else to tell people like that. That you're a ticket holder for 40 years and you just give up and quit because you don't like something that UNM has zero control over. Yeah. What control does UNM have over?
No, they
that
don't.
process?
They don't. They control their fate in it. But yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? They didn't create this system. And so I'm not going to take it out on a bunch of kids who are coming here and putting their best foot forward, looking for opportunity. So I'm going to be in until, they stick me in the ground. And I think if other people would just encourage people to do that, there's always going to be people drop out. I'm interested, as Coach X says, in the real ones that are staying. And I think that's been a really successful campaign. And it attracted a guy like Jake Hall to come back. I don't know how many people out there thought he would come back. I thought there was a chance when Dak signed. I didn't think that would make any difference because they had been very clear about that. But it had to have had some effect on Jake's decision.
Yeah, that's right. All right, man. Appreciate you. Yeah. Appreciate you.
We'll see you Saturday.
See you Saturday at the spring game. All right. Hey, this just in. Has Carolina named a head coach yet?
Malcolm Malone.
They did.
That happened, was the Monday of the national title game?
It won't be Billy Donovan. Billy Donovan is leaving the Bulls as the head coach. This is just breaking. This morning came down about a half hour ago. He's decided to step down, according to Shams Charania. The Bulls announced the decision, saying they wanted the longtime coach to remain, but it was his choice. So Billy Donovan is out as the Bulls head coach. I'm trying to read deeper into this, and maybe I shouldn't, right? I just think what's open. And I forgot that Michael Malone got that job as I was looking at this. Bill Self said he's coming back to Kansas, right?
That is correct.
Okay. Is there anything else that's open that I need to be aware of?
Not something that I think you step away from the Bulls for.
Right. So maybe you just take a year and you chill until next cycle?
No, there's going to be NBA jobs open.
There will be. Is he going to get one?
Orlando Magic. Run it back.
Well, I mean, we've done this, haven't we? Yeah. So that just went down. All right. Let's do some of this now. We can split between the two segments. I want you to hear some of what Jake Hall had to say. And Rudy just brought up one of them. So let's just start with that. Jake Hall talked to the media yesterday about the process and the decision to stay at New Mexico. Can I tell you one of my favorite things? And it's typically I wouldn't like it, but I do like it in this situation. He doesn't call Eric Olin Coach Olin. He just calls him Olin. And I think that probably goes back to just the deep relationship, the years and years of relationships. I don't know a lot of coach-player relationships where the player just refers to the coach, at least in a public setting, as just coach's last name, right? It's Coach Eck. It's Coach Patino. Which it's just, normally I wouldn't like it, but I kind of think it works really well here. And I don't even know why I couldn't explain the difference to you. But anyway, this is Jake talking about his brother Dax signing and how much did his brother coming to UNM factor into his decision to stay?
Yeah, I mean, we kind of had a conversation with each other that we're going to try and make our own decisions. And try and not factor in, each other to make each other, go to a place or not go to a place. But it definitely has a factor whether you try to not think about it or whatever. But I was super excited for him. I mean, the staff did a great job on his visit, and it was cool to experience the visit with him. And they're really recruiting him for himself. So it's cool to see.
I love that he gets that perspective. I do. JJ, how much pressure's on Dax to be freshman of the year or how? I mean, his brother just came in and lit the world on fire, did stuff in this league that's been done by guys, well, some by none. And the other thing he did was done by Kawhi Leonard and Anthony Bennett, who was the number 1 overall pick in the NBA draft. This guy was the San Diego section player of the year, comes in with unbelievable accolades. And we just like his brother didn't have these expectations a year ago, but now because of what his brother did, like, what does this do to Dax's expectations?
I think Jake coming back takes the pressure off Dax.
I think there's a lot to that
because he's not stepping into a starting role. You got Riot Net, Jake Hall, like that's your starting backcourt.
Well, and who's the other 6'5" guy that just came in?
Hudson Mays.
And Hudson Mays. That's your starting. Yeah.
That's probably going to be your 1, 2, 3 right there. And Dax is more of, as they've discussed, and Jake said it, Coach Olin has said it, that he's a point guard. So that you're not expecting him to come in and hit.
So he plays the Uriah Tenet role from that Uriah Tenet played last year, right? Which is a significant role. I mean, I thought the way Eric handled Uriah Tenet, having Dayton Aubrey, is one of the big reasons Uriah Tenet's staying, don't you?
And if he is good, he's going to get time because he's has some size, 6'1".
Yeah. All right, this is Jake now. We all read about what was out there, whether it was Connecticut and Duke or Carolina or all this. And so Jake confirmed, yeah, I listened to what they all had to say. And so what was that like?
Yeah, I mean, those are schools I dreamed of going to and dreamed of playing at. It was hard. I mean, at the end of the day, I thought I learned a lot from being able to, talk to these schools, talk to these coaches, and, kind of bring back feedback. And ultimately, I think our timelines just didn't line up with each other. And, I'm super grateful that Olin took it the way he did and, offered open arms back. And, I just thought this was the right decision at this point in my career. And with those people in the New Mexico building, like they're building something special over there. And, I wanted to be a part of it.
All right. So I think the way Eric Olin handled this was the only way to handle it, but probably isn't the only way, but it was the right way. So there's a number of different approaches. Bronco Mendenhall, when he was here, said that once the guy goes into the portal, he's done. I don't want him. If he goes in, I don't want him back. Like you either want to be here or you don't want to be here. Cool. Okay. And I understand that. I thought at the time, and I still do, if you are Clemson football, if you are Ohio State and Michigan, or if you're Duke basketball, you're in a position, all right, you can say that, right? You're not them, and I hope you don't take that as an insult. And so, especially the relationship that coach and player have here and family, I'm sure the conversation was, hey, I'm going to go see what's there. And Jake said from the very beginning, I may come back, right? That was pretty clear in the messaging that I might come back. And so I commend Eric in the way he handled all that. And I think it was the right way. You could tell me it was the only way, and possibly, but there are other ways to do it, man. There are coaches who say, once you're in, man, good riddance to you.
And there were people that said that last week. I'm like, you're insane. Like, you're insane.
So you were hearing a lot of that on this show.
It was like, oh, he's in the portal. Peace out, bro. You don't want to be here. Have fun. I'm like, no. Like, if there's any chance, you keep that door open. And part of that conversation comes to just how good you are. Like, it might be different if it's just some dude at the end of the bench that was like, boom, I'm in a portal, come back, coach.
Mayo Pons.
I didn't get any offers. Sorry. We filled your spot already. That is not the case with Jake Hall.
Yeah, and Bill Parcells, you treat everybody fairly, but you don't treat everybody the same. Right? You want to treat everybody fairly, but you don't treat everybody the same. And to your point, you make some concessions here. Now, I don't know what Eric's philosophy is overall with this, but I would argue, again, if you're New Mexico, and I'm not even sure who's in the boat anymore, that I've got to keep him. Once he's out, he's gone. I'm not listening to him coming back. No, man, if this young man wanted to test the waters and see what his worth was and see what's out there, I especially because of the relationship, but crying out loud, this was done right. When we come back, how close was Jake to leaving? What was the process like? We'll continue to hear from Jake Hall. The number's 505-246-0610, and you can get in on that. Fellas, if you're fatigued regularly, you're dragging, you don't feel like yourself, do yourself a favor. Don't assume that it just comes with age. It could be hormones, and there's a solution out there for you. Vita Vital Medical is here in Albuquerque. It's the place that actually checks your hormones, makes you feel better. It's real lab work. It is real professionals. It is real solutions for men who are going through what you're going through. It works. It is proven to work all over the globe. Men feel better. Solutions like testosterone optimization, weight loss, and performance peptides. They are local. They're doing something for you right now to make it easy for you to go figure out what is going on with your body and why you're feeling like you're feeling. Listen to this. Right now, your exam and blood work are just $79. Guys, $79 to figure out why you're feeling the way you are and to get on a path to feeling better. Take advantage of this. Here's the number, 505-537-8484. Area code 505-537-8484, or book it online at VitaVitalMedical.com. That's V-I-D as in David A, V-I-T as in Thomas A-L, VitaVitalMedical.com.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit HansWhitlerAuto.com. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Raising Cane's invites you to grab life by the chicken fingers. So get out there. Be you. Do you. Embrace whatever makes you, you. All while enjoying Raising Cane's hand-battered cooked-to-order chicken fingers, crispy crinkle-cut fries, buttery Texas toast, and that secret recipe cane sauce that makes everything that much better. So go on. Savor the day.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers. One love.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Boswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
I'm Ben Lucero, president and owner of Indigo Mortgage. We are a locally owned and operated mortgage company right here in New Mexico. This means your loan officers and processors are right here to serve you. Indigo Mortgage offers better rates and terms than that of big banks and out-of-state lenders. Our mortgage divisions include residential, commercial, construction, reverse mortgages, and VA mortgage loans. Let us serve you with an exemplary level of care. Indigo Mortgage, because nobody cares more about your mortgage loan.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Jimmy John's toasted sandwiches take the fresh baked bread you love and turn up the heat to toasted perfection. Crispy and golden on the outside, melty and gooey on the inside. Order a toasted sandwich at Jimmy John's today.
I'm Ben Lucero.
For all that, so what was the process on making your decision to return?
I mean, we had been having conversations, me and Olin, throughout the year about it. But after having the conversations with other schools and coaches, I just thought it was best for me to be with Olin. I thought, New Mexico really felt right, and it was kind of like my gut telling me to go back. But yeah, right when I decided, I FaceTimed Olin, and he had picked up. I think he was at his house with his wife, and I was just thanking him for everything and how he handled it. I was super appreciative how he handled it and kind of let me do my thing and be there if he needed me and offered me lots of advice. And then I was like, man, I'm super excited about the pieces you're bringing in. Think we can really do something special. And, I don't want to leave New Mexico without a championship, and told him I was coming back, and, he's fired up, and it was really cool. That's something I'll probably never forget for sure.
That's a cool moment because of the relationship that runs so deep with those two families. Right now, he probably took him on the golf course and in the halls. I understand spanked Olin a little bit on the golf course. Sounds like Dax is a player, huh? I don't know what you hear that. I heard, what I heard there? What life is. I heard relationships. Now, again, Jake's going to make money. Jake's going to be well compensated here. Could he have been more compensated somewhere? I don't know the answer. UConn wasn't throwing their whole budget at him. Could he gone made more money? I don't know. Nobody, only he does. He's well compensated here.
Yes, he got a nice, rev share NIL deal for sure. And, the last clip will kind of play into what I think in this process, when you kind of start piecing it together, it's relationships matter. And he did cut, I didn't use, but someone asked him about that photo of him and his brother that on his brother's recruiting visit, and he was in his UNM jersey and his brother was wearing one. And so many people were like, of course he was coming back. He took that photo. And then he said, well, no, my mom kind of made me take that photo. But I think there's probably a little bit of that. Hey, this could be a special moment. You're a good enough player that those offers from the Blue Bloods, I think they just looked at him as a shooter. which is not bad. But I mean, he's not going to have the ball in his hand as much at one of those places as he does at the University of Mexico.
Look, his role would have been different. I think, to your point, you put him on UConn, he's a piece. Now, he's defended differently, right? He's not the focus of the scout like he is currently at UNM. And so, am I going to tell you he gets easier shots? No, because the athletes who are defending him are going to come at him in droves. But he's going to see more one-on-one defense there than he was the focus here. I think Jake's got an opportunity, and I think this may have gone a decision. I don't know. He gets better here under Olin, right? He gets better, and it shows he's not just a shooter. And when you go back to the Grand Canyon game, he won 2 games with baseline step back twos, right? He got into the lane and scored quite a bit in the lane. I thought his defense got better as the year went on. I think he's got an opportunity to get better, and he goes back in the portal next year, be in an even better position than he was this year. Lastly, and then we'll go to the phones. The timeline for the Blue Bloods they were talking about. Look, it's not just New Mexico who's in flux. Connecticut's trying to figure out who's coming back, who's going to the NBA, who's the portal. What are they? Duke, whomever it was he's talking. They also were trying to figure out the roster, and his role, to your point, was probably way more uncertain as the process went on.
Yeah, I mean, just the thing with these Blue Bloods is, they're not worried about their guys going to the transfer portal. It's more who's going to the NBA and, who's going to test that process. And I mean, that's a long process if they're wanting to test and come back. And I just, I didn't want to wait because I knew Olin was building something special and I wanted to be a part of it. And I knew if I maybe waited too long, like the opportunity wouldn't be there anymore. So once I heard like people were waiting on certain guys to see if they were going to go to the NBA or not, I kind of just went back and thought it was the right move, and it was a gut decision.
Yeah, makes sense, right? It makes sense. What were you getting into? You just don't know what you were getting into, and so, all right. I thought he made it pretty clear, and I thought it was good, and I enjoyed him, and I mean I always enjoy him. All right, let's go to you, Edward. You're on the Sports Animal. Thanks for holding. What's happening, man?
Well, hey, good morning, guys. Good content as always, Jeff. Nice interview process. I enjoy the free enterprise system that we're in college athletics now. And good for him to go test the market, whether you're a young engineer out of a tier 1 school or a salesperson. It's all about leverage. And he had leverage, so he went to test the market. And I think it's a huge win for this organization. Under normal circumstances, I would say, by the way, this guy gives me Jimmer Fredette vibes, by the way. I think that's a very good comparable. Maybe they don't have an exact skill set, but it's very similar.
Well, I don't think that's
And under normal circumstances, I would say he's preparing himself for the next level professional, part of his career. But he is a professional athlete right now, right? For all intents and purposes. So he's preparing himself for the next level as a professional. I heard recently, and I don't know if it was on this show or someone else was saying that high school athletes now have agents representing them.
Yep.
And I think that we're within a year or two of the high school athletes, which I think there was a young woman from New Mexico, they are going to start getting compensated as well. And then they're ironically going to start testing the free agency market, and it sounds funny and unrealistic, but that's kind of where we're headed. But I think this was a huge win for this UNM program. And I think people need to embrace the current status and current environment of what I call professional sports. And I think it's going to be vastly entertaining. But I'm rooting for this young man. I didn't realize, if I'm not mistaken, he led the country in three-point percentage. Is that accurate?
For freshmen. Certainly for freshmen. Awesome. JJ, where was he overall?
And I think there's even bigger things coming for this. And I think he made the right move. I'd rather be a dominant person in a league where he can really shine than be a role player in a major, at a major conference where they kind of just compartmentalize your skill set and you can't demonstrate your full skill set and arsenal. So I think it's a win. Great interview. I'll call tomorrow. I'll talk about the NFL draft. I'm excited about what things are happening. But one point, I think the Chiefs are going to move up. I'll talk about it tomorrow. But I think the Chiefs are going to move up in the draft and get one of the best players in this year's draft. But thanks for letting me share a few thoughts. Delightful day.
Appreciate you. I think he's talking about the tight end from Oregon. The Jimmer vibe. Where's that lady on the guitar? Could she make him a song? I love you, Jake. Can we find one of those? She's got to be there, right? I don't think that's a horrible comp.
Two white guys, easy comp.
You think the games are like?
I think Jimmer had more pop to him, like take you off the dribble and stuff. But
As
the range
by the end.
Yeah.
All right, let's watch this young man develop. Because I think his game's gonna develop. I think he's gonna get better at that. That's what he works on all summer.
He's gonna
now.
get just all the buckets. Like he is really good. And again, when you talk about Jake Hall kind of taking that step up, it sounds like you're just shredding the dude. But his comments told you right now they just think of him as a shooter, and he is more than just a shooter at the University of Mexico.
And that's why I said I just think he grows. His release is so quick. His catch and shoot is so good. I think he's more. I think he could get. I just look at the buckets that he made it into games, the step backs, and so now as his game develops, I think he makes a hell of a lot more money in the portal next year or the year after.
And the reality is, you look at the games he struggled in, and it was against the more athletic team, and that's going to change next year.
Text line. What do you think of this? I think they should market next year's season tickets for Lobo men's basketball as a quote hall pass. I don't hate it. Get your hall pass. Pitt's going to become the hall pretty soon too. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM AM 610, the Sports Animal.
Lobo legend and NBA standout.
Following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Jimmy John's toasted sandwiches take the fresh baked bread you love and turn up the heat to toasted perfection. Crispy and golden on the outside, melty and gooey on the inside. Order a toasted sandwich at Jimmy John's today.
I'm Ben Lucero, president and owner of Indigo Mortgage. We are a locally owned and operated mortgage company right here in New Mexico. This means your loan officers and processors are right here to serve you. Indigo Mortgage offers better rates and terms than that of big banks and out-of-state lenders. Our mortgage divisions include residential, commercial, construction, reverse mortgages, and VA mortgage loans. Let us serve you with an exemplary level of care. Indigo Mortgage, because nobody cares more about your mortgage loan.
Jimmy John's toasted sandwiches take the fresh baked bread you love and turn up the heat to toasted perfection. Crispy and golden on the outside, melty and gooey on the inside. Order a toasted sandwich at Jimmy John's today.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green, synthetic putting greens, and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Boswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell. The question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number 1. Cover it with green stuff, 1 scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, backed by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot. It's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone.
But AM 610 the Sports Animal. Jeff Symbieta, JJ Buck. All right. Sarah wants to know, JJ. This is on the email. Jeff.
Yeah, what's going on?
Jeff at sportsanimалabq.com or JJ at sportsanimалabq.com. How mad are Lindenwood Lion women's basketball fans right now, Jeff? All 900 of them. It's like their entire program boarded a bus and headed to the New Mexico Educators Federal Credit Union Arena. Yeah, they're pissed.
They can get in line with UC San Diego because this is what happens. When your coach takes another job, players go with them.
You know who's at Xavier right now? Jovan Milicevic, Philip Borovichinen, True Washington. Any of those names ring a bell to you?
Now, goodness, so my count 5. So 3 that played at Lindenwood and then 2 that were committed are coming to the University of Mexico. I think there's a little frustration. The 2 best players, though, from that team that had eligibility, one went to Oklahoma State and then one went to Alabama, but that's got to bode well for development and the talent they're able to get.
I mean, it's like the portal, coaches move, you're going to move. Breaking news in the NBA this morning, Billy Donovan has stepped down as the Bulls coach. We'll continue to hit that, see where that goes. Where else are you on the inbox here? Dwight says, can we need to get back to that. Jeff, remember when early NBA series were best of 3? I don't ever remember best of 3. I don't. And best of 5. Think folks that are not typical NBA fans, ears might be popped up if the Knicks and Nuggets were facing elimination the next game. We need to get back to that because right now it's ho-hum. They have time to recover. I don't know. Do you ever remember best of 3 in the NBA? I don't.
Best of 5.
I'm not that old. I don't even remember. Were there ever best of 3? I do remember best of 5 in the early rounds. Did you like the best of 5 in the early rounds?
Honestly, I'm good either way. Some series could get lopsided, sure, but you know what you got to do.
Doing this,
you're not screaming like it's best of 7. Playoff, Stanley Cup playoffs, NBA playoffs, best of 7.
Yeah, doing this, I prefer it. It's more content. I kind of like. This is an interesting. So, Shohei Ohtani is by the way. I don't want to mention Cy Young because we're still in freaking April. But as a two-way player, he's listed as a position player. I guess, is there roster limits in baseball? You're only allowed to carry 13 pitchers, correct?
That is correct.
All right. So for the Dodgers, it's obviously that they can carry 40 because he's a position player 4 days a week and pitcher once a week. And so Craig Counsell, who is Cubs manager, has a problem with it, and he's the first one to kind of go public with it. He was talking to The Athletic. He said, quote, "I've never understood it. It's an offensive rule. Essentially, it's a rule to help the offense more than anything. If you ask me, and then there's one team allowed to carry basically one of both, and he gets special consideration, which is probably the most bizarre rule for one team. It's an unfair advantage." Dodgers manager Dave Roberts shot back, said the thing is, it certainly benefits us because we have the player. We're more than willing for other teams to go out and find a player who can do both. He's an exception because he's an exceptional player. It is what it is. I don't know that I ever thought about that. So should he be a pitcher and count against their pitcher count? What would even it out? Then they have another roster play. I mean, you're not going to cut the number of players down because this guy's different, right? The overall number, you're not going to change that. What's the answer?
The answer is deal with it.
I think that's the right answer. So, all right, if a guy pitches, and you know how I feel about pitchers completely being treated separately, but they are. If a guy pitches, is he a pitcher? Should he be listed as a pitcher? But he plays, well, he doesn't play a position. He's a designated hitter, essentially. 4 days a week, and then he's a pitcher 1 day a week. I'll entertain the other side. I want to hear more of the argument. Craig Counsell's certainly upset about it. Hey, Ken, good morning. You're on the Sports Animal. What's good, Ken?
Hey, guys. Yeah, I'll just real quick pivot back to Lobo basketball just real quick. Kind of put a button in it for me. Yeah, the way I look at it, and generally, things in life is pretty positive. I always look at the good in things and how things can get better. And so there's different ways to look at Lobo basketball, football, the whole program in general. I really tried hard to get into my negative Nancy pants here. And it's like, okay, so we're didn't get invited to the Pac-12. This next season is going to be watered down just a little bit. And there's a lot of reason to look kind of, as Lobo future not as good as it could have been. So that's one way to look at it, and that's not me just by nature. Olin stayed. X stayed. Jake Hall stayed. We got this kid out of Oregon tearing it up in spring ball for our quarterback. Mm-hmm. We're probably going to be predicted first or second in the league next year. A lot of good things. We're a center or two away from really becoming an NCAA team in terms of basketball. And if you ask my opinion, this is really, really a good time in Lobo athletics. Because the alternative is, we lost Olin. Obviously, we lost Jake. Eck didn't come back. Lobo football isn't going to improve their stadium. So, when quote-unquote Lobo fans call and say, well, I don't know if he'll be here next year, if Olin's going to be here, Jake won't be here next year. I think that just kind of shows, their personality, and that's fine. They're just kind of negative. They always look at, I'm realistic. I'm not negative. I'm just being realistic. Okay, that's fine, and that's the way to look at it as well. But facts are what I just mentioned to you. Those are all facts. Paul's coming back. Olin's going to be back. We're probably going to be first or second preseason, and there's a lot to be excited about. And if you're not excited for this year, well, okay, that's fine. I just think you're not excitable. You can't get excited about much because there's always like, I had a wonderful summer, but next summer is going to be terrible. Okay.
Yeah, cool. Yeah.
So anyway, so I'm excited. I think there's a lot to look forward to. And, season ticket, I think, is going to go up.
I do.
Who would have ever said that after us not getting invited to the Pac-12? So lots to look forward to, guys, and I'm really excited.
I appreciate you, Ken.
Thanks.
And look, I'm not going to tell you how to be a fan. I'm not going to tell you how to live your life. I can make suggestions. I know how I would do it. And you talk about this, JJ, all the time. As a sports fan, you got to take your wins. What's the damn win, Jeff? League's watered down and Bullion left and Rock left. Yeah, but all those things Ken just said, I'm not going to lay it out. It's your perspective. Is it a good time for Lobo athletics? Yeah, well, what's your perspective? X stayed, Olin stayed. The stadium's going to start some sort of renovation. There was a meeting yesterday on it. Hall stayed. Jackson X stayed. You kept the Mountain West Freshman of the Year in basketball in-house. You kept the Mountain West Co-Defensive Player of the Year out of the portal. Yeah, he's the coach. I mean, I don't know. Those seem like wins. You want to listen to the negatives? Yeah, you can. The league got watered down. You lost Bullion. I mean, yeah, yes. So you get to choose your perspective. And Ken's opted to choose for the positive. But when almost every season ends with a loss for almost everybody, right? Two teams in men's basketball ended with a win, right? In the year, right? It was Auburn winning the NIT, and it was Michigan winning the NCAA tournament, right? Two teams, correct? And with a win. I guess maybe if you want to tell me the 11th place team in Conference USA who ended with a win, that might be happened. I'm sure they didn't make their conference tournament. Good for them. Take your wins, man. But I think he's right. I think there's stuff to be excited about. You got people understanding, and is the league an issue? The league is an issue if you make it. The league can play to your positive. Global football is looking at it as there's a path to the college football playoff. Have we ever said that about global football? Ever? Period. Like without just saying shut the bleep up.
I think it's watered down, yes, but I think it's a good reminder that there's not enough emphasis or credit given to a regular season championship. I know that doesn't get you to the NCAA tournament, but that needs to be enjoyed and appreciated a lot more. Because that's the first step.
It is.
In the process. And that's on the table for a whole lot of teams on my campus.
Yeah. All right, we'll wrap you when we get back. Still time for your calls. 505-246-0610. Emails Jeff or JJ at sportsnwbq.com. John Thomas Jewelers has moved up like to a brand new elevated showroom design to help you create the ring, the jewelry, the piece that you will never second guess. They're up on Montgomery now, 10501 Montgomery. It's right between Dion's and El Patron. A more private space, a more refined space, and it's now the largest selection of engagement rings in New Mexico. Already was that, but now showcase the way they deserve to be. Where you sit down, it'll be one-on-one. You'll see your ring come to life. Even try on your exact design before it's even made in precious metals. You'll design it. They do it right there on premises. You can see a 3D wax rendition of it. There's no pressure. There's no regrets. Just absolute confidence in one of the most important decisions of your life, and engagement. The no regrets engagement ring is amazing. John Thomas Jewelers has been my jeweler since the second I walked in the door. They will be yours as well. Amazing service, selection, just brilliance everywhere. Voted the best jeweler in Albuquerque 5 straight years. Fastest growing jeweler in New Mexico 3 years in a row. And the exclusive home of the no regrets engagement. Go by and see them. Now open on the second floor at 10501 Montgomery. 10501 Montgomery. It's John Thomas Jewelers, where Albuquerque gets engaged.
This is a...
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit HansWhitlerAuto.com.
Raising Cane's invites you to grab life by the chicken fingers. So get out there. Be you. Do you. Embrace whatever makes you, you. All while enjoying Raising Cane's hand-battered cooked-to-order chicken fingers, crispy crinkle-cut fries, buttery Texas toast, and that secret recipe cane sauce that makes everything that much better. So go on. Savor the day.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers. One love.
TurboThread, proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sport shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. TurboThreads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for TurboThreads.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
We would like to thank the following following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
Jimmy John's toasted sandwiches take the fresh baked bread you love and turn up the heat to toasted perfection. Crispy and golden on the outside, melty and gooey on the inside. Order a toasted sandwich at Jimmy John's today.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of Celebrity Green synthetic putting greens and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit hanswhitlerauto.com. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. For over 20 years, Evergard Roofing and Solar has been committed to customer service. Locally owned and operated, Evergard offers both commercial and residential roofing and solar services. For more info, please call 505-821-9543. Evergard Roofing and Solar are proud supporters of ProView Sports Network and New Mexico Youth.
On that NBA thing, he says the NBA changed after 1981 playoffs, which started on April 1st. We need to get back to that as well. When the Maloof's Houston Rockets upset heavily favored Lakers in 3 games because in those days, TV ratings were driven by Lakers and Celtics going deep into the tournament. Okay, and I don't remember, but I'm not arguing. Mud says, this is on the text line at 505-246-0610. That would be the sports animal Mariki on San Pedro text. J. Call isn't just a shooting guard. He's an all-around guard. Blue Bloods ain't just going to look at him because he can shoot. If so, they could have looked at Nelson France back in the day. Hello.
Listen to his comments and then get back on timelines and roles. Like, Jake Hall is a complete player. No one's not saying that. But he's not, at this moment in time, going to one of those schools and being able to do with the ball as of right now what he does at UNM.
And I
it's
wonder,
not discounting Jake Hall. That's the reality of when you step into that role, which you have described. Will more things open up for him on the perimeter? Yes. But he's also not going to be their primary ball handler, which he was at times for the Lobos. Late game situation.
Yeah, the ball was in his hand a lot. I don't think any of us said he's just a shooter. Now, was he looked at that? Would that be his role at UConn? Possibly. I don't look. I don't know how much money was offered or not. As good as Jake Hall is, how much of? And I don't know what. Let's just say they have a $7 million. I mean, he's not getting 2 of it.
No, the center is the most expensive position in the portal from all the data that's put together. Those guys can go in for maybe $2 million. Then the biggest ones, more than that, especially with Louisville doled out for the Kansas transfer. But again, this is a positive. It's just the reality of why did Jake Hall make the decision to come back? Well, there's a lot of factors in it. One of it, in listening to him speak, and it's the words from Jake Hall, I think he realized that his role somewhere else might not have been as big.
Let me ask you this. Okay. Do you think the money, and I don't know this, was maybe the best offer or one of the top 3 offers. Let's put it there. Was it New Mexico?
It's possible.
I think it's possible too.
Yeah. Because when you look at, again, how the portal has played out, who's getting the money when the bigs, the wings, a good offer, guards are actually not getting as much on the market. And I'm sure UNM had a very fine offer waiting for J. Cole.
Perspective. A year ago, Donovan Dent went to UCLA. The report was $3 million. Okay. Do you think he's Donovan Dent, $3 million guy? Probably not, right? Now, he might be in a year or two, but probably not, right? Like, as good as Jake is, do you think he was Donovan Dent ready, like, in the portal?
I think it's if I'm thinking, and if I was putting a team together, like point guard / best wing player, yeah, that'd be a big offer. And then center, just because supply and demand.
100%.
Then in between, it's probably a little bit less.
That's all. All right. You missed Stanley Hubbard today. He was really good. And hope you get a chance to listen to that. It'll be over on our website, sportsanimalabq.com. And you just click on the opening drive and you drop down there and it'll be available for you. I'm reading these stories on the portal, and the CBS has a story about why are so many big names going back to school. And it talked about the Mullins kid from Connecticut, and one of the big reasons is there's money,
guaranteed dollars.
You guys like overall, if there's one place that the portal and more so the NIL has been good for college basketball, it's in the overall quality of. Now, I don't think any of us as fans, as people outside those who are directly benefiting, think it's great to watch guys move year after year after year after year. Like, okay. The amount of transfers, I think the majority of people would like to see curtailed. The fact that there's money out there for these guys, like the names who still need to make a decision, and they're still thinking of coming back to school. Like Adai Mara is still thinking of going back to Michigan. Cole Pete is thinking about going back to Arizona. Tyler Tanner at Vanderbilt. I mean, there's big names out there. But the guy that would leave early as a junior and go play in Spain, all of a sudden is going, I can make more money playing in the SEC. Thank you to Stanley Hubbard. He was with us. I thought he was really good. Go get a listen to that. The Ice Wolves star who's going to go play basketball at Robert Morris. The Herd with Colin Cowherd is next. The Jim Rome Show is after that. Kenny Thomas comes in with Unfiltered. That is at 4, and then we're back with award-winning. Oh, Ice Wolves tonight. They'll be in Sacramento. They start at, 7:30 probably, right? We're back tomorrow morning with award-winning radio starting at 7 a.m. Adrian, thank you. Great work on the television side. He's JJ Buck. Me, merely Jefferson. Be had a big day for you.
Huge day.
Enjoy it. Be good to each other, please. Be kind, loving, caring, and sharing. We'll smell you tomorrow.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
I'm Ben Lucero, president and owner of Indigo Mortgage. We are a locally owned and operated mortgage company right here in New Mexico. This means your loan officers and processors are right here to serve you. Indigo Mortgage offers better rates and terms than that of big banks and out-of-state lenders. Our mortgage divisions include residential, commercial, construction, reverse mortgages, and VA mortgage loans. Let us serve you with an exemplary level of care. Indigo Mortgage, because nobody cares more about your mortgage loan.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green, synthetic putting greens, and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are one Eastern.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
Raising Cane's invites you to grab life by the chicken fingers. So get out there. Be you. Do you. Embrace whatever makes you, you.